We constantly hear how NBA players are the best athletes on earth, and there are numerous stories of the biggest NBA stars and some of basketball's greatest legends dominating high school football. But what if some of these stars decided to, instead of playing basketball, went full bore into football after high school and dominated on the field instead of the court? Well, I created 20 NBA stars and Hall of Famers and put them into one recruiting class in Ncaa Football Revamped. We will watch a recruiting process and see where each one of these basketball turned football players ends up. Then I will sim through their 4 years of college and we will track their progress over their careers. We will watch some games live to see these stars match up, and we will look at their stats and awards and see who will live up to their lofty recruiting rankings and who will fall short of expectations. Now, I made 5 QBs and I picked all-star point guards with these spots because it seemed natural to me that some of the best passers in NBA history could make great QBs, and the standout here is Allen Iverson, who's considered to be the Michael Vick before Michael Vick when playing high school football in Virginia. And many people have said had he went the football route, he could have been an all-time great. Then I made 5 running backs. Now, 3 of the players are some of the most athletic point guards we have ever seen in D Rose, John Morant, and De'Aaron Fox, whose supreme athleticism I think would transfer perfectly to the running back position. Then for the 2 others, we have Nate Robinson, who actually committed to the University of Washington to be a football player. 1,700 yards and 21 TDs as a senior before settling on college basketball. Then the other was a shock to me, but Glenn Big Baby Davis was a running back in high school where in one season he rushed for 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns while being 6'6" and over 300 pounds, but eventually he committed to LSU to play basketball. Then I made 6 wideouts and I went for more wing players who could use their size and ability to catch lobs and make plays in the air while attacking the basket in the same way they could go attack the ball on the football field. With players like LeBron, who is a stud in high school, going for 99 catches for 1,900 yards and 27 scores over 2 seasons, and he was recruited by some of the biggest schools in the country. Or Matt Barnes, who during his senior year had 1,100 yards receiving and an insane 28 touchdowns playing wide receiver. Then lastly, I made 4 tight ends. Now here I was going some of the more athletic big men of all time, with Shaq and Zion, who are huge but insanely athletic, and these are 2 guys who I think could have been incredible tight ends, using their ability to jump and size to dominate. Then another was Ben Wallace, who is a defensive player of the year in the NBA, but actually committed to Auburn to be a football player before actually deciding to play basketball, and he could have used his incredible mean streak and size to be an insane tight end in college football. Now let's get into this, but before we do, make sure you guys sub to the channel so you don't miss out on any of my future videos. All right, so here we go. 20 NBA legends into one recruiting class. We're going to go through the whole recruiting process, see where each one of these guys ends up, sim through their 4 years, and just see how each one of these guys is going to perform. I came up with this idea. I thought it was so cool. I think it is going to turn out to be really, really interesting. So I know I broke down in the intro kind of each one of these guys and why I picked them really quickly, but as we go through the video, I'll just be kind of going over more why I picked each one. So if you haven't watched one of my videos where I do this before, where I make a custom recruiting class, basically I'm going to control Air Force. I'm not going to recruit. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to simulate and watch. If there's some big games, if one of these 2 players meets up in a national championship game or a conference championship game, anything like that, we'll hop in and check it out. Now, usually when I make these, I will make each player like an 88, 89 overall. This one I actually went a little bit more for their abilities and how I think maybe they would have kind of been, but it is obviously just for fun and we're just kind of messing around. But I think the quarterback one might have turned out. I just am really excited to see all these quarterbacks. So first we have Steph Curry. He is from Charlotte, North Carolina. He's looking like at Tennessee, A&M, Georgia, Arkansas, OU. Now, what I hope with this is that we have multiple of these guys going to the same school. Like if Steph Curry goes with one of our receivers and a running back to the same school, and all of a sudden we're seeing Steph Curry throw to Michael Jordan. Like that would be pretty cool. So I'm hoping some of that happens. Then we have Allen Iverson, who out of anybody, he is like the most legendary high school football player who went to the NBA. People talk about him like he was the Michael Vick before Michael Vick. Now he is going to Bama, or these are where he's leaning right now. Bama, Georgia, Florida, LSU, Tennessee. So I made him play like a Vick type player. Then we have Chris Paul. He's 6'1". He's from North Carolina. And I gave him good athleticism, good speed, good throwing. He's just kind of an all-around point guard, all-around player, so I think that works. I have him at SC, Ohio State, Michigan, Alabama is where he's leaning. Then for the third QB, we have Steve Nash. Now, not super athletic, but one of the best, passers of all time. He's bigger than you think. That's the one thing with these NBA players. Most of them are obviously bigger than you think. So you think of Steve Nash being a small point guard. He's 6'3". He's from Canada. So it'll be interesting to see where he goes. Looking like Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, kind of those Big Ten North schools. Then the fifth QB, I wanted to do something a little different. Nikola Jokic, the defending MVP, or I guess he won it 2 years ago, but defending NBA champion. Obviously, he's from Europe. I think he's Serbia or something like that. So I couldn't put him from there. You can only have Canada or the US. So I made him from Canada and I just put him on the East Coast, Halifax, as far east as you can. So he's looking at Notre Dame, Alabama, Tennessee, Michigan. And he is 6'11", 280 pounds. Not very mobile, but I made him just have a rocket arm, just going to sit there and absolutely sling the football. So those are our 5 QBs. I think we looked at them all, right? Or did I miss one? Yeah, no, that's all of them. Okay, so that's our QBs. Then we're going to go into running backs, and we have some athletes. So first we got Derrick Rose from Chicago, Illinois. He's looking at Notre Dame, Ohio State, Bama, Michigan, OU. One of the most dynamic athletes in NBA history. He would have been an incredible running back. Then we have Ja Morant. He's the same incredible athlete, very athletic, but he's a little smaller. He's only 190 pounds. So I made him like super fast, super agile, but not really going to break a ton of tackles like truck sticks or anything. He's from South Carolina. He's looking at Clemson, Georgia, Georgia Tech, South Carolina, Alabama. Then we have Nate Robinson. So this is where I started to get into, I looked at some articles like Nate Robinson was a very good high school player for football. He ended up actually committing to the University of Washington. He's from Washington State, committed to UW, was gonna go there, then decided to play basketball instead. So I think he played corner and running back. So I made him a running back. We didn't do any defense. These guys are all gonna play offense. So he's leaning Alabama, Notre Dame, LSU, Georgia, Florida. Then this one, I was actually shocked. We got Glenn Big Baby Davis. Now, obviously, he's not like an NBA legend, but he played for the Celtics. He was pretty big name when he played in the NBA. But when I looked at some articles, he actually was a really good high school running back. He ran for 1,300 yards his senior year, and he was like 260 pounds at the time. So he's 6'8", 291. I made him slow. Like, he's going to be slow as hell, but like, break tackle, truck stick. He's going to be interesting. So he's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's looking at Alabama, Oregon, Wisconsin, Tulsa, Georgia Tech. Then we only have one more. Oh, he's right here. I skipped over him. It's De'Aaron Fox, one of the best point guards in the NBA right now. Another one similar to Ja Morant, where he's a little bit of a slighter build, but I made him super fast, athletic, catch passes, that type of running back. He is from New Orleans as well. He's leaning Notre Dame, Nebraska, OU, LSU, Georgia to start. So pretty interesting group of running backs. Then we go to receivers, and I actually made 6 receivers and 4 tight ends, and that will wrap everything up. First, Anthony Edwards. Another guy, when you look up articles, this is a guy who grew up playing football his whole life, literally has done interviews saying he wished he played in the NFL over the NBA. So he is a guy who had to be included in this. One of the most athletic. Could you imagine this guy, 6'5", 6'6", 230, 240 pounds, playing wide receiver in the NFL or college? It would be insane. He's from Georgia, went to University of Georgia to play basketball. Georgia is number 1 on his list with Florida, Bama, Auburn, Tennessee. Then we have LeBron James. Now, I was going to make him a tight end. Oh, I actually put him from Alliance. He's from Akron, obviously. I was going to make him a tight end, but I was just like, I want to see him catch as many balls as I can. So I put him at receiver. He's going to be a receiver tight end hybrid. He's 6'9", 250, 260 pounds. He's a diehard Ohio State fan, so I think it'd be cool to see him go there. But if not, Notre Dame, Kentucky, Ohio State, Tennessee, South Carolina, Mizzou, and Vandy are on his list. Then the GOAT. And this is another reason I kind of wanted to make LeBron a receiver, is because then we could have the GOAT as a wide receiver as well. Michael Jeffrey Jordan from North Carolina. I thought it would have been cool if North Carolina was on his list. Tar Heels, he's like a Tar Heel legend, but they are not. But we do have some really good schools: OU, A&M, SC, Clemson, Tennessee. He is from the state of North Carolina, obviously, as well. Then the other one, I have always kind of went over this in my head, like who in the NBA would be unbelievable at football? I think Russell Westbrook, if he played in the NFL, would be like the best wide receiver of all time. 6'4", 6'5", thick. He's not thin. insanely athletic, jump out of the gym, and he has that football player mentality. I think he would have been incredible. He's from Long Beach, California. We have him right now. He's looking at Bama, Notre Dame, Florida, Georgia, LSU. Then this Matt Barnes is another one that was a little bit, when I was looking at articles, they said he was a 5-star wide receiver. His senior year, he had 28 touchdowns, which actually was the most touchdowns by anyone in the country as a wide receiver, which is insane. If he played 10 games, he's averaging like 3 receiving touchdowns a game, which is insane. So he's 6'7", 226, tall like LeBron, a little bit thinner. He's from Santa Clara, California, SC, Utah, Oregon. So he looks like he's probably going to stay on the West Coast. Then we have one more. Yeah, there should be one. Oh, they're right here. Okay. Then the last one is Kawhi Leonard from LA, plays for the Clippers now. I thought this one would be cool just because he's known for having insanely big hands. He's a tough guy, you know, like he's like hard-nosed player. He gets injured a lot, but like when he's on the court, he's a hard-nosed player. So I made him like not super fast, but insane hands, really big, 6'7", 225. Oregon, LSU, Texas, Nebraska, Ohio State. Then lastly, we have our tight ends. We first have Zion Williamson. And if you think about it, how good this guy would be at tight end is kind of shocking. He's like 6'6", 6'7", which is not like abnormally large for a tight end. Like lots of tight ends in the NFL are 6'6", 6'7", but he's 270, 280 pounds and one of the best athletes in the entire NBA. Jumps out of the gym, crazy athletic. So he's from North Carolina as well, but he's leaning Alabama, LSU, Georgia, Florida, Notre Dame. Then we have Kevin Durant, 6'10", 230 beanpole. But I think he'd be an interesting tight end. I kind of in that Kyle Pitts mold is how I envisioned him. So thinner, not really a blocking tight end, but a like really good receiving tight end. Get in and out of breaks. So I made him like a really, really good receiver. He's from Washington, D.C. He's leaning Alabama, OU, Georgia, LSU. Then we have the Diesel, the big man, Shaquille O'Neal. I made him 7 feet tall, 325 pounds. I didn't make him insanely fast, but crazy blocker, still good speed, good, like insanely good blocker. And this will just be interesting. From San Antonio, he's leaning Bama, Georgia, SCOU. And then the last one is Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace was a 2 or 3 time defensive player of the year in the NBA. Hard-nosed, mean dude in the middle of the Detroit Pistons championship defense in 2004, 2005. So I think this would be a cool one just to kind of wrap it up. Like football player mentality, 6'9", 240, mean, jumps, blocks shots. So he's kind of like an all-around balanced tight end who's a good blocker and a good receiver. So that is our 20 guys. It looks like Alabama is going to be in the running for a lot of them. Just from the top of kind of going through. But what I'm really hoping for is a few of the guys end up on the same team just so we can actually watch them together. I think that'd be really cool. So we're going to start season. Now, once again, I am not playing. All I'm doing is simulating these games. So I'm controlling Air Force. I don't care what my record is, anything like that. We're just going to sim through. Now, this first season, obviously, none of our guys are going to be playing. They're all still in high school going through the recruiting process. So I'm going to sim to about maybe week 3 right now. Or no, I'll just sim to week 8. Usually I just sim to week 8. So we'll sim to week 8 right now. And we'll look kind of where each one of these guys is looking like they're going to end up. Okay, so we're in week 8 right here. And we are just going to go through and see where each one of these guys looks like they might end up. So right now, it is looking like Steph Curry is going to go to A&M, North Carolina, Tennessee, or OU. Allen Iverson looking like UNC, Tennessee. Everyone else is basically out. So UNC or Tennessee is going to get him. Chris Paul, that is interesting. Wake Forest is his #1 school, and I believe that is where he went in real life. I'm like 90% sure. So that would be interesting. But then there's Ohio State, Appalachian State, SC, Michigan, Alabama. If we go down, Steve Nash, Penn State, Minnesota. I could see Steve Nash at either of those schools, not going to lie. And then the last one is Nikola Jokic, committed to Notre Dame. Going to be slinging it. You got your 6'11 QB sitting in the pocket and slinging dots with Nikola Jokic. Okay. Derrick Rose is committed to Oklahoma. He's going to be their new Adrian Peterson. That will be interesting. Ja Morant looking like Clemson, Georgia Tech, Georgia are his 3 teams. Nate Robb looking like Florida or LSU. Kind of narrowed it down with those 2. De'Aaron Fox looking like LSU, OU, or Nebraska. Hopefully he doesn't go to OU just because they do have Derrick Rose. And then Big Baby Davis is looking like Wisconsin, Oregon, or Bama. I think Big Baby at Wisconsin, just toting the rock. I like that. I think that could be a great fit. Okay, we're going to go to wide receivers. So we have Anthony Edwards looking like Georgia, Alabama, Auburn, or Georgia Southern for him. LBJ looking like he's probably going to go to Ohio State, which is kind of cool. I think that'd be cool. See LBJ at Ohio State. Michael Jeffrey Jordan looking like Tennessee or OU. I hope him and AI go to Tennessee together. That would be cool. That would be really cool. Russell Westbrook committing to Alabama. So that's locked in. Matt Barnes looking like UCLA, Michigan, maybe SC. Then we have Kawhi Leonard, who's looking like LSU, Texas, maybe Oregon. Lastly, we got our tight ends. We got Zion looking like LSU, ECU, Florida. We got KD looking like OU. Oklahoma's getting some recruits, boys. Shaquille O'Neal looking like USC, Oklahoma, Boise State. Ben Wallace locked in at Georgia. So Georgia might get Ant and Big Ben Wallace, which would be pretty wild. Okay, we're going to advance now till just conference championship weekend. Actually, a little before this, I just want to make sure I can actually look. So we'll go to week 15. We'll look kind of where the recruiting is sitting, and then we're just going to sim to National Signing Day, see where everyone ends up 100%. All right, so we are in week 15 right now. Let's look at this. So QB Steph still up in the air. It's looking like A&M or UNC. Iverson, I really hope they both don't go to UNC. Iverson, UNC or Tennessee. Chris Paul officially going to Wake Forest. Steve Nash officially going to Penn State. I don't mind that fit. And then we knew Jokic is going to Notre Dame. If we go running backs, we knew Derrick Rose was going to OU. Ja Morant looking like Georgia or Clemson. I like that. I like that. Nate Robb looking like LSU or Florida. Big Baby Davis looking like Oregon or Wisconsin. Then lastly, De'Aaron Fox going to LSU. So we might have Nate. So I hope Nate Robb goes to Florida. I don't really want 2 running backs, especially at the same spot, but there we go. Okay, if we go wide receivers, Ant is going to Georgia. LeBron is going to Ohio State. Michael Jordan is going to Tennessee or A&M. Russell Westbrook, we knew at Bama. Barnes looking like Utah or Michigan, maybe UCLA. And Kawhi looking like Texas or LSU. LSU has a chance to get a lot of these guys. Zion locked in at LSU. KD locked in at Oklahoma. Shaq locked in at USC. Ben Wallace locked in at Georgia. So we do have at least some of the guys. It's cool if they're in different positions. I'm really hoping Steph and AI don't both end up at UNC because, yeah, that would be unfortunate. It's cool if one of them goes there, of course, but hopefully not both. All right, so we're just going to sim to National Signing Day, and then we'll take a look at how everything's looking. Okay, we're in National Signing Day now. We are going to look where each one of these guys ended up. So Steph, UNC, and AI. That's too bad. So obviously they're going to be blocking for each other. We knew Paul and Steve. Yeah, we know all the QBs, and then Jokic at Notre Dame. Running back, we knew Rose. Ja going to Georgia Tech. Nate Robb going to LSU and De'Aaron. So 2 running backs. I mean, they will both play a bit. Big Baby ends up at Oregon. Think that was it for running backs. Wide receiver, we knew Ant, we knew LBJ. Michael ends up at A&M, and they almost got, I think Iverson almost went there. Westbrook, Bama. Matt Barnes, Utah, and Kawhi is going to Texas. Nice. Tight end, we knew Zion, we knew KD, we knew Shaq, and we knew Ben Wallace. So that is where everyone ends up. The only one I'm really disappointed is that Steph and Iverson both went to North Carolina. Well, obviously nothing we can do about that. Okay, so now I'm going to sim through and we're going to get to the regular season. Then we're going to start tracking stats. If they're in big games, we'll go, watch the game, all that good stuff. All right, so we are at the start of all these guys' freshman year. So I put all them in. I wrote down which school each of them is at, and we're just going to kind of check out where they are in the depth chart if they're going to be able to play decently soon. So right now, Westbrook is in line to be a starter. Year 1, number 84. Who's their QB? Oh crap, I just realized I used my Alabama sim roster. Okay, so Alabama is going to be a little out of order of who they actually have in real life, but that doesn't really matter for this this challenge. So yeah, he's got John Parker Wilson as his quarterback. He is their second receiver right now. Okay, if we look at Georgia, they have Ladd, McSaint, Adoni, and Anthony Edwards is right now their either third or fourth receiver. So they actually have some size at receiver as well, but yeah, it looks like him and Adoni will be fighting for that wide receiver too. 91 speed at 6'5", like he's gonna do some damage if they let him get on the field though. So hopefully he gets a little bit of run this first year. Then Georgia also has Ben Wallace. They brought Brock Bowers for another year or two. And so they got Ben Wallace. He's going to be their number 2 tight end, but an absolute beast. Not as fast as Brock, but way bigger, strong, powerful, run blocking, good receiving tight end though as well. Okay, we go down to Georgia Tech, and they got Ja Morant. So playing at Georgia, he's wearing number 49. He actually looks those jerseys look kind of nice on him. I'm going to 49 for... Oh, you can't. We'll give him 28, whatever. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But yeah, Georgia, he looks like he's going to be the starting running back at Tech this year. 87 overall. I gave him 97 speed, 67 trucking. So he's not going to run anyone over, but he is going to, tote the rock, run by everybody on the field. Okay, we're going down to LSU, and LSU actually got 3 of our players. So they didn't get any QBs, but they got 2 running backs. So they got Kane as a senior as the starter. Then they got De'Aaron Fox and Nate Robinson. Honestly, kind of similar players, just one's 6'3", one's 5'8". Super fast, athletic, not really going to truck anyone, but decent receivers, make you miss in the hole. Both should be really good running backs for LSU by next year. So coming over to Notre Dame, and they got Jokic and Buchner. So we'll see who they'll start. Hopefully it's Jokic. Looks 6'11", 281. Look, oh, he's number 1. Look how big he is. Just absolutely massive quarterback, ready to sling that rock. He's the only player Notre Dame did pick up. We go to Oklahoma. They got Derrick Rose, who is going to be their starting running back. He's wearing, he looks spicy in that 23 at OU. He looks nice right there. It looks real nice. Going to be the starter. And I think they got a tight end as well. They got KD. Look at KD. Just little slender ass tight end. So yeah, KD, D Rose at OU. That is a nice 1-2 combo. Okay, then we go down to Ohio State, or we go up to Ohio State. Wide receiver. They have a pretty stacked wide receiver room. So they have Marvin Harrison Jr., Ibuka, and LeBron James. So LeBron is actually going to be their third receiver to start behind Harrison and Ibuka. Yeah, I mean, what a wide receiver trio. 89 overall. He's number 81. Let's see if we can get him a different number here. Just look a little cooler. No low digits, whatever. 84 or 81 is fine. But yeah, big old LBJ, 6'9", 260 wide receiver playing for his Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm sure he'll be happy about that, because I know LeBron is going to watch this video 100%, right? How could LeBron James miss this video when he's finally playing college football? Okay, we got Oregon. They got Big Baby Davis. He's going to be tied right in line with this Whittington to be the starting running back. You look at him, boom, 6'8", 290. He actually gained a little weight, it looks like. Absolute beast. He'll be fun to see what he's able to do. I gave him 82 speed, but I gave him 94 break tackle, 92 truck, 86 or 63 elusiveness. So he's going to run right at you downhill and try to bend your face mask in. Okay, we're going to go to Penn State. Oh, did I miss North Carolina? I did. I got to go back up to them after Penn State. So Penn State has Steve Nash over Drew Allar. So Steve looks like he's actually going to start this year, which will be cool. There's Steve. Well, he looks like a quarterback, just sitting in the pocket, delivering dots. I didn't give him great speed, gave him good awareness, and you know, he's just going to sit back there, accurate, throw strikes. He'll turn out to be a good college QB. So we missed North Carolina. I forgot to write them down. So we have Iverson and Curry, both 88s overall. We got Iverson 97 speed compared to Curry's 83. So one's just going to be a much better runner, obviously. And then I gave, we'll look at their throwing stats. So, and then Curry's just a much better 92 throw accuracy, where Iverson doesn't have great accuracy. So it's, do you want the runner? Do you want the thrower? AI rocking number 3. AI looks sick in those jerseys. My goodness. Then we have Steph Curry looking nice, rocking number 7 in these jerseys. Both of them look pretty good in Carolina blue. So we'll just see. We'll see who the starter is going to be. Okay, next up we have Wake Forest with our guy. Actually, sorry, next up we have Texas. So they got Quinn Ewers, only a sophomore, and he's going to be throwing to, Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi ended up going to Texas. So right now he is their 4th receiver though, but they have a senior going to be gone next year. So he might get a little bit of run this year, but big old Kawhi Leonard. I made him as least swaggy as possible. So he's going no gloves. He's just going to come in, show up, and just ready to play football. So I like that. Okay, down to A&M, and we have the man, the myth, the legend, Michael Jordan. That is what he's gonna look at, like 6'7". We'll see. Is 23 available? You mean if he's here, he's got to wear no 23. We'll give him like 13, sure. But yeah, so that's what Jordan is gonna look like. 6'6", 220, playing at A&M. He's going to be one of their starting receivers. Not great quarterbacks. Hopefully Wiedemann can be good in a year or two. But yeah, so going to be starter for them though. Okay, then we're going to go to Wake Forest. No, USC first. And they have Shaquille O'Neal. I made him really good. He's an 8. Look at Shaq Daddy. 7 feet, 325 pounds. Just an absolute beast. I gave him 82 speed, 95 strength, really good run blocking. Absolutely going to be a freaking beast for them. Okay, then we got Utah and we got Matty Barnes. So Barnes is going to be their 2nd receiver, so he should get some run this year. Big, athletic, 6'7", throw up some jump balls. They got a 6'5" and 6'7" wide receivers on the outside. They got Barnes and Nate Johnson, some okay quarterbacks. Then Wake Forest is going to be our last team right here. Oh wow, they actually have some really nice receivers for our boy to throw to. Whoa. And they got Chris Paul, 88 overall QB. Ooh, he looks nice in those Wake unis. Okay, CP3, ready to dish out the football. Once again, I made him kind of just like an all-around decent speed, good throwing, good awareness. He should be able to just put up stats right away. Okay, so we were able to see where everyone kind of looks like they're going to play. Most guys are going to get some decent playing time year 1. We're just going to sim to week 8, and then we'll see kind of where everyone's sitting. Okay, we are in week 8. We are going to go through, look at how each one of our boys is playing, see who's getting some playing time, who's not getting much run. If we go Alabama, Westbrook is their leading receiver as a true freshman. 400 yards, 11 yards per reception, 4 touchdowns, 57 a game as a first-year player. That is very, very good. Okay. Going to go down to Georgia. We got Ant at 196, 3rd receiver on the team, but it's going to be hard with McConkey and Bowers there. But I'm getting a bit of run, 2 touchdowns as well. Our other guy, who else is there? Ben Wallace looks like he doesn't have a catch on the year. Okay, going to Georgia Tech. Ja Morant, 618 yards, averaging 123 yards a game. So he is absolutely tearing it up for Tech. Tearing it up. Does he have no catches? So they literally have not thrown him the ball somehow. I don't know how you don't throw the ball to your running back even once. I'm just going to check not 1 reception, but 618 yards on the ground in 5 games. That is very, very good as a true freshman. Okay, LSU, they have Nate Robb, 24 receiving yards. De'Aaron Fox, 200. Oh, sorry, these are rushing attempts. Okay, I was like 49. Yeah, so 260 rushing yards. Nate Robb has 24. Kane is going to be gone next year, so looks like De'Aaron will probably be the starter next year. But either way, one of them will be playing next year as the starter. Did they get a receiver as well? Oh, they got Zion, 210 yards as a true freshman tight end. I mean, I ain't going to be mad at that. One touchdown. You'd like to see them use him in the red zone a little bit more. But yeah, 210 yards. Crazy. Hey, North Carolina. Now, this is going to be very interesting just as far as who is their starter. Who's your starting quarterback? It is nobody. It's a Steve Smith. Okay, so they are not starting either of our guys. Looks like they won't be playing till next year. So that's unfortunate, but the way it goes. And basically what happened there, guys, is this Steve Smith is actually Drake May. I just tried, once they got there, I'm like, I don't want them to sit behind Drake May for the whole time. So I switched his name, just switched his overalls all down, but they'd already named him the starter and they don't change the depth chart after. So next year, either Iverson or Steph will be starting. That's too bad, but way she goes. Okay, Notre Dame, how's Jokic doing? 125 rating isn't incredible. Sub 50% completion percentage. 13 touchdowns isn't bad. 200 yards a game. So not the best start, but not horrible. He's ran for 379 yards, which I didn't expect, and 2 touchdowns. So you'll take that. Yeah, he's averaging. What is that a game even? 50 yards a game. So that puts him over 250 all-purpose yards. So like to see that. Okay, Ohio State. They're going to still have CJ Stroud, Marvin Harrison, Igbuka. So LeBron, third receiver on the team. Third in yardage. 1 touchdown on the year. I mean, he's behind 2 just absolute studs, so he's not going to play for a while here, but there we go. Okay, if we go down to Oklahoma, Kevin Durant, second leading receiver reception wise on the team, 4th in yards, but I mean, he's playing tight end. He's got 2 touchdowns. 43 a game. That's not bad for a freshman. D Rose, 619 yards. He's averaging 150 a game. 6 touchdowns for Derrick freaking Rose. Absolutely killing it. Wow. Okay. Does he have any receiving yards? They have 5 receptions for 116 yards though. So he's averaging 23 yards a reception when they give it to him. Right now, Rose looks like he might be the scariest out of anybody at any position. Oregon now, Big Baby Davis is actually their starter. 87 attempts for 487, 5.5, 97 a game. Okay. Yards after contact, 70. You'd think you'd probably have a little bit more than that, but there we go. Okay, Penn State. How is our boy Steve Nash doing? He's ran for 162. Ooh, 96 rating is not very good. Oh my gosh. So Steve is really struggling. Not a great start for him, but hopefully by next year he picks it up a little bit. Okay, we're gonna go down to the Texas schools. So I don't think we're going to get much going here. Kawhi doesn't look like he's getting any run right now. A&M, Michael Jordan is their leading pass catcher by far. 17.5 yards per reception with a touchdown, 52 yards per game. So it doesn't look like they're throwing the ball a ton, but when they are going to Michael Jordan for sure. Okay, going to go to USC, then Utah. So they got Shaq, 265. Third leading receiver on the team. I mean, okay, he's a true freshman, 1 touchdown. Oh my God, Jordan Addison has 15 touchdowns. But would have liked to see Shaq get a little bit more action, even in the red zone. But yeah, we'll take that. 265 for a tight end freshman. That's fine. Utah, Barnes, 312. So 3rd receiver on the team, the tight end and the other receiver ahead of him. 4 touchdowns. You like to see that. Averaging 52 a game as a freshman. Not going to get mad at it. Then we got Wake Forest with our boy CP3. 119 rating is decent. 15 touchdowns to 6 INTs is good. 45% completion percentage. We definitely want to get that up. He's also ran for 197 and 2 touchdowns. So he's looking good. He's in a good position right there. So that is where everyone sits, guys. We are going to keep simming. We'll probably start trying to watch some more games starting next year. Here we'll go to some conference championship games. If one of our guys is in that, we'll check that out. But if not, first year, none of our guys are going to be playing a ton. So kind of sim through and see where everyone's sitting around conference championship. All right. So here we are at the end of the season. I want to just look Let's look at the scores and schedule, see if any of our guys are in a conference championship game. Somehow my Air Force team is absolutely killing it. Bama versus Georgia. So that's Westbrook versus Ant. But, I mean, neither Westbrook's playing a decent amount. Shaq's against UW. LeBron is in that one. But I just don't think any of them are going to play an absolute ton right now. I think next year we'll start watching some games. If we look at the stats, Bama, we got Westbrook 725. Okay. Actually, you know what? Let's wait until the very end of the season and we'll look at their final stats for the year. Let's see the Heisman. I doubt any of our guys know. None of our guys, obviously, for the Heisman right now. Top 25. Let's see how they're doing there. Kansas, USC killing it. Ohio State, Florida, Georgia. Okay, you know what? Let's sim through conference championship. We'll look at the bowl games, and if we have any of our guys matched up there, anything like that, then we'll check those out. Okay, so let's go through all the bowl games here. So Wake Forest versus Oregon State. So Wake made a bowl game in Chris Paul's first year as a starter. Oklahoma versus Utah. Okay, so Oklahoma only won 7 games, but they got Derrick Rose, KD, where Matt Barnes is at Utah. Penn State versus Bama. So that would be Steve Nash versus Westbrook. Georgia playing in the Sugar. So who's in the Natty? Ohio State versus Kansas State. Did USC lose? Weren't they? They ended up losing. You know what? Let's check out some of this Penn State Alabama. We'll watch one quick game this year. This will be Steve Nash versus Westbrook. That's somewhat interesting. See what happens. Ooh, we got some rain here. Bama has the ball first. Westbrook just got an 18-yard reception. We'll go to the end of the first quarter here. So Bama has a 7-0 lead. 14-7 lead Bama. So 17-7 Bama at the half. Okay, we'll watch this drive right here from Steve Nash. Let's see if Stevie boy, the Canadian kid, I'm from Canada, so it's cool to see a little Canadian action. There we go, a little handoff to Singleton, but from Victoria, BC, 2-time NBA MVP. Let's see if Steve Nash can get something going against Alabama here. Nash in shotgun. Drops back. Ooh, a nice little dot over the middle. Okay, Steve, it's rainy and Nash is throwing some dots. That's what we want to see. Going hurry up here with Stevie as well. Okay, a little handoff there. Ooh, that's a nice fill by the Bama secondary there. Okay, we got Steve. What do you got? A little read option. What is it? Oh, and he gains about 6 inches and then slides. So doesn't look like Nash is necessarily a dual threat. Definitely more of a pocket passer. I would say, yeah, he's a bit more pocket pass. Jokic is 100% pocket pass. Okay, drops back. Little hitch underneath. Looks like they're going to have to punt this football. Steph and CP3 are a bit more runners. And then AI is straight Michael Vick speed. Okay, we'll go next change of possession here. Yeah, we'll just go next quarter. Yeah, looks like Bama. I was hoping, yeah, okay, so Bama's running away with this. We'll just go to the end of the game. We'll watch one Bama play, see if we can get Westbrook a throw here. I doubt it, but maybe. That might be Westbrook. No, that's probably their tight end. Ooh. Nice stick there. So obviously starting next year, we'll definitely watch some more of these games as well. But okay, we're going to just go end of the game here. I was hoping we could get a close game and we could see like a Steve Nash trying to drive down and score in Alabama to win it. But there we go. Bama wins the Outback Bowl. John Parker Wilson wins the MVP. Westbrook had 3 carries for 11 yards, had 5 receptions for 82 yards as well. So Westbrook doing well. Passing, Steve Nash, 300 yards and a touchdown. I ain't mad at Steve for that. No, not bad at all. There we go. Okay, we're going to exit this game. We're going to sim through the rest of the bowl games. Like I said, first year. So we'll sim through the bowls. We'll look at the final stats for each player on the year. Okay, looking at the final stats now. Steven Westbrook, leading receiver on Alabama. They had like 9 or 10, 11 wins, 825 yards, 7 touchdowns. So good freshman campaign for Westbrook. Go down to the Bulldogs. Not a ton, I doubt, for either of these two. Ant was their 3rd leading receiver, 4 touchdowns on the year. Stuck behind Bowers and McConkey, but yeah, not bad for Ant. Not bad. And then, yeah, they had our other boy, Ben Wallace. Looks like he got nothing in year 1. Okay, Tech. John Morant ends with 3 receptions for 20 yards, but he ran, they do not throw to running backs, but he ran for 1,288 yards and 12 touchdowns as a freshman, 100 yards a game. So definitely a really good freshman campaign for our guy Ncaa. Gonna go to LSU. De'Aaron Fox, second running back on the team, had 510 yards, 4 touchdowns, 40 yards a game. Nate Robb really didn't get much run. But yeah, De'Aaron was kind of running second on the team and should be getting a lot of run by next year. Zion finished with 385 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns for 32 a game. De'Aaron didn't even have a catch, so they really were not throwing to De'Aaron. But there we go. Okay, Notre Dame. How did Jokic do? 111 QB rating is decent. 2,200 yards, 20 touchdowns, 12 picks, 184. Ugh. Not a great freshman campaign for our guy Jokic. They tried to run him a ton. 178 carries. That is too much. Too much. 3 touchdowns. So decent year, but I think we'll see better from Jokic for sure. Okay, Oklahoma. We got D Rose, 1,500 rushing yards. D Rose as a freshman absolutely killed it for OU. Crazy. Then receiving, KD, second leading receiver on this team, 612 yards, 6 touchdowns. D Rose 348 on the ground. So D Rose had like 1,800 yards as a true freshman. He is literally the next Adrian Peterson. Crazy. Ohio State. LBJ, 5th on the team in receiving. Yeah, they don't really lose anybody next year, so might not really see a ton of LeBron till the year after. Two receiving touchdowns. Go to Oregon. Big baby, 1,395 yards, 8 touchdowns, 100 yards a game, 30 broken tackles. Big baby, let's go. That is what I like to see. Okay, Penn State. We saw a pretty good last game for Steve there. He ran for 442 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 or 3 touchdowns, 2,800 yards, 20 touchdowns. So decent first year for Steve. Texas, I don't think you'll see anything from Kawhi. Yeah, Kawhi didn't even have a catch as a freshman. Michael Jordan led his team in receiving, 831 yards, 6 touchdowns. We go to Utah. No, USC first. Shaq, 530 as like the 5th option on the team, 3 touchdowns. You will take that for sure for big Shaq daddy. Utah, 3rd on the team for Barnes. I mean, this Veli's only a junior, so once he hops into Veli's spot, Barnes is going to be putting up some numbers. Then lastly, we have Wake Forest. So our guy, Chris Paul, 183, 26 touchdowns, 9 picks. That's not bad. Ran for 284 and 4 tutties as well. Okay, one thing I wanted to check as well, who made the freshman All-American team? I don't think any of our guys will be All-Americans, but freshman Derrick Rose made the freshman All-American team. None of our QBs, which is too bad. Russell Westbrook and Michael Jordan, the 2 freshman All-American wide receivers. Our tight ends didn't make it. Well, this guy had 1,000 yards as a freshman. Okay. Well, yeah, and that's it, unless we have a returner. Yeah, no. So did have a few freshmen All-American though, which is cool to see. So that is going to wrap up year 1, guys. This is just getting going. So we are going to advance to the next season here. And this is really where it's going to start to get interesting. We're going to see how much better each player got. They should be getting more playing time. Just a lot is going to open up. Like your freshman last year. So year 2 is where we're going to just see a ton more opportunities for these guys. All right, guys, so here we are at the start of year 2. I just simulated through the whole off season. Now, something big kind of happened. So right now we're just going to kind of go through the rosters once again, kind of look at how much overall each player went up, see, how much playing time they're going to be kind of getting. But we actually had a big transfer. So you remember at LSU, they had De'Aaron Fox and Nate Robinson. Well, De'Aaron Fox actually transferred out to Appalachian State. So now he's going to be playing for Appalachian State, going to be the best player on the team. So we'll see. He's got 97 speed at 6'3". Like, he's skinny, but man, this guy's going to be putting up stats for them. I don't know how much they're going to run the ball, but it should be pretty interesting. So that is the first player. He did go to a 90, so actually didn't go up quite as much as some of the other guys, I don't think, but we will see. Next, we have Bama, and they have Russell Westbrook. He's going to be their number 1 receiver, 93 overall as a sophomore. They got a few good quarterbacks as well. So yeah, Russell Westbrook, 93 overall, 95 speed, at 6'4", that is going to be scary. All right, going down to Georgia, and they have, who do they have? They have Anthony Edwards as their number 2 wide receiver, 6'5", 230. He went up to a 92 overall. So they have McConkey. They still have Bowers, so he'll probably be their 3rd option. And we have Big Ben Wallace as their number 2 tight end, but by next year, he will be the starter. Okay, then we go down to Georgia Tech, and they have John Morant, who went up to a 92 overall. Now he's at 98 speed, just absolute burner. This guy's going to be pretty freaking scary. Once again, kind of like Fox, taller, skinnier back, but absolute burner. Should easily be, you know, the number 1 option on offense, number 1 player on the team. Not a great quarterback, so yeah, he should be getting a ton of run. Okay, we go down to LSU, and I'm actually really happy that Fox transferred at LSU, because now we're going to have Nate Robb. He went up to an 89 overall, and he's just going to be their number 1 running back, get all the run, all the carries, and then they also have Zion, who went up to a 93 overall, 91 speed at 6'6", 280 pounds. So he should just be an absolute freaking beast. Like, I don't know who their QB is right now, Nussmeier. He should be a decent QB for them. Hopefully he can feed him the rock, and yeah, he should be an absolute freak show. Gonna go to North Carolina. Now this should be interesting. This will be the first year that we'll see either of these 2 quarterbacks. I would have loved if one of them would have transferred out, but we have AI and Steph. We don't know who's gonna start. I don't know who's gonna play. Oh wow, so one of them got actually, Steph got redshirted last year, which is kind of interesting, but they're both 93 overall, so it's just going to be up to the coach to see who he wants to play. Then we have Nikola Jokic, going to be the starter this year for Notre Dame, 92 overall, you know, absolute just tank, 6'11", 283 pound quarterback. Okay, go to Ohio State. They still have CJ Stroud. Yeah, this offense is absolutely loaded. They still have Harrison Igbuka. And then they have LeBron James in the slot. So these 3 all together, can we get LeBron? Did any of those nicer numbers open up for LBJ? I mean, number 8's not horrible. To 23, yeah. Okay, we'll just make him number 8. That offense this year, 99, 97, 94. Running backs, 99 and 97, and then 99 QB. So they are absolutely freaking loaded. Okay, then we go down to Oklahoma. Derrick Rose was maybe the best player out of all these guys in the sim last year, and he went up to a 94 overall. Just an absolute freak. Can do it all. 6'2", 206, fast. He's got everything. They have Kevin Durant at tight end as well, who actually had a nice first year, 600 yards as a true freshman. Tall, skinny tight end, but he is going to be an absolute threat. Do they still have Dylan Gabriel? No, they lost Gabriel, so they got this Belleville. Yeah, so we'll have to see how the quarterback plays for them, but D Rose should get a ton of work. Oh, we also got Oregon here with Big Baby Davis, went up to a 90 overall, so it's going to be interesting who gets more carries between him and Whittington. But yeah, he should get a ton of work as well, and he actually had a good first year. Yeah, almost 1,400 yards as a true freshman, 293 pound running back. Okay, Penn State, they look like they could be pretty loaded. So they're going to have Steve Nash, went up to a 92 overall, good all-around player. They have Singleton in the backfield, who looks like a beast. Wide receiver, he has some nice options to throw to. A bunch of juniors, seniors. He's going to need some freshmen to get better, but he has some weapons. He's got a couple of really nice tight ends. So yeah, it is all in front of Steve. Steve has a chance to be have a really good season. Okay, going to go to Texas. Wide receiver, Worthy, Kane, Kawhi Leonard. So Kawhi Leonard is going to be their 3rd wide receiver this year. So, they should have a really good offense. They still have Quinn Ewers. He's going to be in a good shot. And then, yeah, Worthy is gone after this season, so he should be top 2 receiver next year, by then getting a ton of work. A&M, we have Michael, Jeffrey, Jordan. Let's see, he's 20. I would have loved. I'm not going to put in. Okay, we'll put him at 7. We'll give him a single digit. Michael Jordan, really nice year last year. 831 as a true freshman. 6'6", 220 pounds. He's at up to 97 speed. 6'6", 220 pounds. I think I made him 95, so he went up 2 speed. Yeah, he would be about the scariest wide receiver ever. 99 jumping, of course. So, yeah, Michael Jordan is looking pretty good. Oh, actually, I want to see their QB. I think, who is it? They have Wiegman, I think. Yeah, Wiegman. So he's an 84 overall. I mean, just throw the rock to Michael. That's all we want from you. Okay, Utah with our guy Harrison Barnes. He's going to be their number 1 receiver this year. 89 overall, 6'7". Good QB. Yeah, with some good juniors next year and a good freshman. So he should have decent QB play throughout the sim. Should put up some numbers. Okay, USC, I skipped over them. They got the big man. Shaquille O'Neal went up to a 94 overall as a sophomore. Had 530 yards last year. Only 83 speed, but he's got everything else. Trucking, jumping, route 90 jump at 7 feet tall. Yeah, that's scary. And then last we have Wake Forest. So they have decent tight end. Couple of really 3 great, all seniors, which is kind of unfortunate, but a great receiving core for our guy this year as 99 running back with Chris Paul at QB. Okay, so this offense could be nice for Wake this year. Really nice, just weapons everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to sim to the season, then I'm going to look at the schedules and try to find some good games we can watch throughout the year. Okay, so I'm going to put a pin in this game. Wake Forest plays Notre Dame near the end of the year, so I'm going to look out for that. Wake looks really good. That would let us see Chris Paul versus Jokic, so definitely going to put a pin in that. That is something I definitely want to see. Ooh, another good one would be Texas, Oklahoma. Texas is Kawhi. Oklahoma, I would like to see an OU game, though. Where's Oklahoma? Okay, we're going to sim to the Texas-Oklahoma game. That should be about, I don't want to sim past it. Okay, so it's going to be week 7. So we are going to sim to this game. After this game, we'll sim the rest of the week. That'll put us about week 8. We'll start looking at some stats and seeing how everyone's looking, then find a game. I think that Wake Forest Notre Dame game would be cool. See 2 of the quarterbacks, and then we could go to bowl season, see, conference championship, bowl season, maybe hop in another one as well. My goal for these is to look at about 3 games per year over the next 3 seasons. So I don't know if we'll get to watch everybody. Like Utah with Matt Barnes, like they only have 1 player. It's kind of tough, but we'll try our best to definitely check out a good amount of the players. We got college game day, Red River Shootout, Oklahoma, Texas, both 3-1. So Texas has Kawhi, but Oklahoma has KD and Derrick Rose. So funny to say those together. So we're going to check this out. So that's where each team's at. 14th, 10th points per game. Oklahoma looks like definitely the better defense though. Oh, there doesn't say injuries, so must be no injuries, which is good because that would have sucked if like D Rose. That's who I really want to see, honestly, is D Rose. KD, Kawhi's cool, but I want to see D Rose toting the rock. The new AP had like 1,800 yards as a true freshman. That's insane. So I'm excited to see D Rose putting in work. Okay, we're gonna watch just this first OU drive. Watch the first drive because it is really what I want to see, and then we'll go to near the end of the game and we'll see if it's close at the end here. So a little fake handoff. KD's in the flats, but he's going vertical. Ooh, that's actually a nice throw along the sideline there. The Red River Showdown is alive, boys. Okay, D Rose in the backfield. Looks like KD's at the bottom of the screen. Do a little draw to D Rose. That's a nice tackle by the linebacker. So D Rose is at 578 and 7 touchdowns in 4 games. So yeah, this is game 5 and he's at almost 600 yards rushing. So D Rose is an absolute freak of nature. We all could have guessed that. Like that's a legit, like he might be a little too tall to be running back. Usually you want them a little shorter, but imagine this guy, kind of a running back receiver hybrid, even something like that. A little flip to D Rose, nasty stiff arm, and they get vertical 5-yard gain, and he looks nice in those Oklahoma jerseys. From Chicago, Illinois down to Oklahoma. I mean, he played basketball at Memphis, so it's not too far off. Drops back, plenty of time underneath. That's going to be 4th and inches. What are you going to do? Who am I? I'm Oklahoma. You know what? I'm going to play a play. I don't usually play because, it's about the sim, but let's tote the rock a little bit with D Rose. 4th and inches. Let's just go for this. We got a little counter run to Derrick. Let's see what we got. We got blockers. Oh, we got the edge with D Rose. Try to put a move on him. Okay, we'll take that. There we go. D Rose, 8-yard carry on 4th and inches. Oklahoma, 20 yards already on the first drive. Okay, let's see KD get some action. Okay, little speed option again, but the QB gets absolutely demolished. Wow. Here we go again. D Rose in the backfield. Looks like KD's in the slot here. Middle slot on the bottom of the screen. They are just going to Rose every play, but he gets crushed there. 3rd and 17. OU starting to lose some yardage here. Stuttering a little bit with their drive. Okay, here's where I'd like to see KD. He's at the top of the screen, that underneath slot right here. 6'10" tight end. Get him some work. Get him some work. Oh no, that's the other player there. So that's probably going to be a field goal right now. They're not usually very aggressive with these calls. Yeah, field goal, good. So they just hit the field goal. Okay, we are going to sim now to the end of the quarter. We'll just kind of see where we're at. Hey, it's 10-0 Oklahoma. We're going to go to the second half. 17-6 Oklahoma. 17-13 Oklahoma. So we got a close game. We'll definitely, if it's close at the end, we'll hop in. Okay, so Texas just went down and scored to get their first lead of the game. Okay, then they punt it back to Texas. We're going to go change it. Ooh, Texas up 10. So that is not good. 1st and goal. We'll check this out. They actually got some huge pass plays there. 150 left. Texas does have 3 timeouts. So they want to punch us in with D Rose. This would be a great spot to use KD. 6'10" tight end in the red zone. Go to Kevin Durant. Why are you letting the clock run down, Oklahoma? Snap that football. This is an older game. We got to remember it's NCAA 14. Sometimes the clock, man, that's actually a nice play call there. Belleville in, fake to D Rose, whole defense collapses down and you keep it to the outside. So there we go. Okay, onside kick recovered by Texas. 10-yard rush by Brooks, 6-yard rush by Ewers, 4-yard rush by Ewers. Yeah, that's probably going to do it. Yeah, they're doing kneel down. So there we go. Texas takes this one 24-27. I don't know. We'll look at the final stats, but we got to see some D Rose in action. He's probably my favorite player right now out of the whole, just all the players. I think it's like a really cool thing to see. Let's look at the player stats for this game. D Rose only 42 yards. He had 20 on the first drive. So they just bottled him up the rest of the game. KD only 32 yards and D Rose had another 20-yard reception. So yeah, no, they did a really good job with those two. Kawhi had 2 catches for 50 yards and yeah, Ewers had a decent day. So there we go. We got to see the Red River rivalry. 3 of our guys in action. Okay, I'm just going to sim through the rest of this week. That'll put us into week 8. All right, so I simmed through week 8. Let's look at the top 25. Let's see how our teams are doing. So Georgia, they have, why am I blanking? They got Ant and Ben Wallace, so they're 7-0. No one in Florida State. Ohio State, so LBJ's doing well. Utah's doing really well. Penn State's undefeated. USC, so we have a lot of top 20. Bama's doing really well. Okay, so Oregon's doing really well. All at like 1 loss. Georgia Tech 1 loss. LSU 1 loss. Texas 1 loss. OU has 2 losses. So we have a ton of teams in the top 25 who could be doing damage as we get through this season. Glenn Coffey is the #1 Heisman. None of our guys up there. That is all good though. Okay, we're going to look through some season stats here. So Alabama first. McElroy's having a nice year. How's Westbrook playing? 612, 7 touchdowns, 76 a game. So yeah, Westbrook, good shit. 76 a game is huge, and they're more of a running offense, so we'll definitely take that one from Westbrook. Appalachian State, looks like they're not throwing to Fox at all. Oh, does he have to sit out a year because he transferred? Yeah, so we're not even going to see De'Aaron Fox this year, I guess. Okay, there we go. I kind of blanked on that. So yeah, we're not going to see Foxy. Rushing, no. Receiving, Ant. Where's Ant? Anthony Edwards, 4th on the team. So yeah, he's kind of their 4th option in the passing game. Ben Wallace finally has his first 2 catches. Like, this Georgia team's good, but guys like aren't going to put up crazy stats until they're in like their main positions. Like if Ladd is leaving, so if by next year Anthony can be in Ladd's spot getting those type of numbers and Brock's gone, so then Ben Wallace can move up, then these guys could start putting up some really good stats. But for now, that's kind of where they're at. Receiving, here for, yeah, they do not throw to running backs. Ncaa, though, 836, 140 yards a game. They are running the shit out of the ball with these two. But yeah, they do not throw him the ball. Like, he has in his career so far 3 catches in 2 seasons, 0 so far this year. So not getting any run there, but he is toting the rock for Georgia Tech. Okay, we go to LSU. Nate Robb, second. So these two are basically just splitting carries. Basically 1 for 1. Nate Robb's out carrying him a little bit, which is fine. So this actually wouldn't have been bad. If De'Aaron would have stayed, it would have just been a Nate Robb De'Aaron backfield, but whatever. De'Aaron we'll see for 2 years there. So and Zion. Zion's their #1 leading receiver. 467 for 66 yards a game for a tight end is very good. Nate Robb has another 80 on the ground and 2 touchdowns, but Zion looking real nice for LSU. Okay, going down to North Carolina, and this is going to be interesting. Who is starting? I'm going to guess it's AI. Yeah, Iverson is the starter. Not looking like they're throwing the ball a ton. 700 yards, 11 touchdowns. How's he running the ball? AI, 91 carries for 530 yards, averaging 88 a game on the ground. So that means Steph is the backup. He's a 93 overall. So what I thought of doing, guys, I just kind of thought about it when I was simming, is I think I'm going to make Steph Curry transfer. I wanted to see which one they were going to run with. We're going to make Steph Curry transfer. I'm going to basically remake Steph Curry and put him on a brand new team. And because I think it'll be just fun to see him throwing to one of our created guys, I think I'm going to make him transfer to Texas A&M. So he won't play till next year, but I'm going to create Steph Curry, transfer him to Texas A&M because they were really high on his list, I remember. Plus, then we'll just get to see Steph Curry throwing to Michael Jordan. No point in just him sitting on the bench. So we are going to transfer Steph. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a created guy. He won't be the starter this year, but he'll be a 2-year starter with Michael Jordan. So that is what I'm going to do. Okay, we're going to keep going down. Notre Dame. How's Jokic playing? 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns. Too many picks for Jokic, but that's decent. Rushing, he's 289. So Jokic looks decent. I can't remember what Notre Dame's record was, but we can deal with that. Go to Ohio State. LeBron, they're like 5th option there. He's just not getting a lot of run. But all these guys are seniors. Everybody above him. So he is going to be their go-to #1 option next year. So we just got to give it a little time. Okay, Oklahoma. Durant. Not getting a ton of, they're just not going to their tight ends. So D Rose getting a bit in the passing game, but not a ton. 680 on the ground, though. They are really trying to run the ball. 113, 9 touchdowns. So maybe not quite as good as last year, but really good still. Okay, Oregon. Big Baby is their #1 running back. 700 yards, 118 a game. We have got to watch an Oregon game just so we can see a 6'8", 293-pound running back. Big Baby, they don't really throw him the ball, but I wouldn't throw him the ball either. I would be toting the rock. Okay, Penn State with Steve Nash, 134 ratings, decent, 16 touchdowns. Cut down on the INTs a little bit. He's 225 a game. Those are fine numbers for Steve. 165. He's throwing another 27 yards, 2 on the ground a game. Yeah, so yeah, that is all good. Steve looking well. Okay, go down to Texas and our boy Kawhi, kind of the 4th option still, not getting a ton of work. But once again, they have a lot of seniors above him. So by next year, he should be in a really good spot. A&M, Michael Jordan, #1 receiver, only 54 a game, though. They are just not throwing the ball. Like I said, Steph is going to be there next year. And yeah, he'll be taking over for Wiegman. And yeah, we'll see how he does. But that should help Michael, put up some better stats. Okay. USC, Shaq, 3rd option. They're going a ton to Mario Williams. So Shaq, 37 a game. It's okay. Would have liked to see a little more. Utah, they are not throwing the ball either. 387 though, 64 a game's not bad for Barnes. They're not throwing the ball, How's their QB look? Only a 151 rating actually is nice. So yeah, throw the ball a little more. Let's let our boy, get some action. Then Wake Forest. I'm very interested to see Wake Forest. How is 150 QB ratings? Very good. 244 a game. So Chris Paul is putting on a show right now, guys. Absolute show. 250 a game as a sophomore. 150 QB rating is very good. So he's not a running quarterback. It doesn't seem like he wants to sit that back there and sling it, but we are cool with that. Okay, I'm going to quickly make this Steph Curry on Texas A&M. Okay, so I made Steph Curry. He is not going to start till next year. I can't affect the depth chart, so that's fine. He's going to sit for a year. He had to transfer in the offseason. He's going to be at A&M next year. I also couldn't change the city he was from or his class, but we're going to stop after 2 more years after this one anyway. So he'll be there. This sim will end anyway. Then I'm just going to go back to North Carolina, get rid of this Steph. So now Iverson is at North Carolina. Steph transferred to A&M. He will be the starter next year. No more Steph on North Carolina. So I think that's going to be cool. Then we'll be able to see Michael Jordan with Steph. I think that'll be sweet. So I'm going to sim to this Wake Forest Notre Dame game. Neither of them's ranked, but I think this will be a cool game. We'll get to see both quarterbacks. We'll get to see 6'11 Jokic. Chris Paul's having a great year at Wake, so I think we'll sim to that game. It'll be cool. Then we'll sim through the rest of the season, go to conference championship games and bowl games. We'll definitely hop into one more. Okay, Wake Notre Dame, 1-6-4, 1-7-3. Notre Dame is ranked now. Look at Wake. I'm surprised they've lost as many games as they did. Notre Dame is not putting up the points per game you'd want to see. Look at Wake's defense, 104th in the country. So that is what is hurting them. Looks like no, I actually turned injuries off for the sim. Actually, I remember that now. So there will be no injury reports ever. When I do long, full like on sims where I do like 20-year sims and stuff, I'll leave injuries on. But when it's just like these players and we just want to see them for 4 years, kind of just sucks if one's out for the year or whatever. So I turn injuries off. Okay, so let's watch a Wake Forest drive to start this off. So we got Chris Paul in the shotgun here. Trips to the top of the screen, dropping back, CP3. Ooh, and Notre Dame bursts through and sack of 10 on Chris Paul. Don't want that CP3. He actually had time too. He needed to get rid of that football. Okay, Chris Paul again in shotgun here. Spread look 2x2. Only a 4-man rush. Drop it down into the flats. It's a nice throw. You got it third manageable there. That's nothing wrong with that from CP3. Okay, here we go. Chris Paul in shotgun. 2x2, only rush him 4. Once again, plenty of time, but he checks it down. That is not going to do it. Punt that football, Wake. Okay, we're going to watch Jokic here. 2nd and 10. Look at Nikola Jokic at QB. Look how massive he is. 6'11", 280 pounds, drops back. Oh my. He's got a cannon. He whipped that in. That comeback along the sideline. Nikola Jokic playing for the Golden Domers, trips to the top. That was wild. A little counter here, gets stuffed. But Jokic, okay. I didn't know he had that strong. I think he gave him a pretty good arm, honestly. But that was just an absolute rope. Hey, here we go. Trips to the top, bunch look. Jokic in shotgun, 2nd and 12. Gonna hand it off again and get stuffed. You got to get a little more aggressive with our boy Nikola here. 3rd and 12, though. We should see a pass. Let's see if Jokic can stripe that ball once again. We got a little doubles look. 2x2 with a tight end. Only rush him 4. Plenty of time. Nice little check down. But that's not going to do it. Both times with these QBs through behind the sticks on 3rd down. So don't love that. I want to see more aggression. Okay, we're going to go to the end of the first quarter here. Okay, 7-7 through 2. Let's go to halftime. 14-7 through at half. Let's go to the 3rd quarter. 14-all. Here we go. And it looks like, yeah, we got 1st and goal here for Wake. Let's see what CP3 can do. 14-all. We got a little pistol look. Trips to the top. Let's see CP3 throw this rock. Okay, here we go. Little like draw at a pistol. Don't love that. Let's Chris Paul, the ultimate point guard, point god, CP3. Let's let him throw. 2nd and goal. I want to see it. I want to see the rock. be spun. Okay, here we go. CP3 pistol look once again, straight drop, only rushing 4, throws it out of the back of the end zone. He's got 361 yards passing though, so Chris Paul is putting up some numbers. Okay, 3rd and goal, trips to the bottom of the screen here. Ooh, little play action pop pass, and he's in. That was a nice little pop pass, quick release from Chris Paul. That gives him 372 and 3 tutties on the day. Okay, now Jokic has the ball. What is he going to be able to do? 11 yards. Oh, Notre Dame just fumbled. Wake football. Okay, but it looks like Notre Dame's going to get the ball back. Okay, so Jokic just hit a 42-yarder to get inside of the Wake Forest 15-yard line. So here we go. Jokic, straight drop. Plenty of time. He's going to tuck it and run, barrel over a defender, pick up maybe a yard on the play. That is just a big Eastern European quarterback playing for Notre Dame. Okay, 2nd and 10. Nikola Jokic, what do you got? 2x2, double tight. Straight drop, bringing pressure, nice little over the middle drag. 3rd and 4. Okay, so here it is. This might be 4 down territory. Probably is, honestly. 2:20 left. You got to punch this in. Trips to the top. Are you going to let Jokic pass here? What are you going to do? Hand it off? I'm thinking a little handout. No, straight drop pass. Plenty of time. Ton of time. Get rid of it. And, puts his head down. That's going to be about 4th and 2. 4th and 2. Jokic had a ton of time. I'm guessing they're going to go for it. They are. Minute 50 left. 4th and 2. You need this. I mean, even if you don't get it, Wake is going to be way in their own territory. Oh, they're doing a little QB draw with Jokic, and he's in. Nikola Jokic. There we go. I like it. Okay, CP3 18. Yeah, we'll just watch us drive, honestly. So CP3 just striked it in there for 18 yards. If CP3 leads this drive, it's already at over 400 yards passing, 3 TDs. If he leads this drive, this is an incredible game. Bring a blitz, gets it out. Ooh, in the flats. Not a ton of yardage, but able to get it out before the blitz is able to come in. If he can lead this Wake Forest team going on the road to Notre Dame against Nikola Jokic, pass for over 400 yards and 3+ touchdowns, fade away. If he completed that, CP3 tried a little fadeaway like he's in the NBA. Incomplete though. Now this is a little bit scary because if you don't get this, Notre Dame's gonna have a minute left, 3 Timmies. Easily gonna be able to have time to drive down and try to score. A little orbit fake. Ooh, that was a cool play design there. Unable to complete it though. So CP3's at 393, 2 touchdowns. Okay, they're gonna punt this ball. 30. Ooh, Jokic just hit him for 33 yards on the first play of the drive. So Jokic is starting to come into his own. I don't know where. Oh God, snap the ball. The clock management in this game is absolutely insane sometimes. They had 33 seconds and they were letting the time go down. I know they'll fix it in the next game, but they need to. My God, Jokic over the middle. That is probably going to be in field goal range already. Wow, 4:14. So we saw just these two absolutely rocking it. They are gonna, okay, so they still have 2 timeouts. So yeah, you could easily try another pass, getting a little bit better field goal range, but it's already very doable. So drops back, plenty of time. Oh, he picked off. Jokic is picked. 12 seconds left. They were in field goal range and Jokic is picked off. Oh, Nikola. Wow, so we're gonna have OT here. This is 3rd down for Jokic. Sometimes the OT when I super sim, weird things can happen as well. So gotta remember this is an old game. Split back look for, I can't believe Jokic threw that pick. That is tough for our boy. Split back, little tunnel screen, not gonna do it. So that field goal is good. Wake. Okay, I don't know what just happened. Notre Dame just win. Sometimes, guys, the OT in this is insane. Somehow Wake just lost that. They didn't even get the ball. Whatever. We just wanted to see these guys. They both slung the ball. Nikola, bad pick at the end. Oh, no. So, I must have just super simmed one play and Wake went and scored. Jeez. Okay, so Wake won. 27-24. CP3, 444 yards and 4 touchdowns. Ncaa, 2 picks, which is bad, but 415 and 2 touchdowns. So we saw these two in an absolute barn burner OT game, both 400 plus passing yards. That was cool. And kind of just like big 6'11 dude sitting in the pocket, trucking, and then we have CP3 running around trying fadeaways. Yeah, that was cool. Okay, we are going to advance week now. We are going to go just to conference championship weekend. We'll see who's in the conference championship games. Try to hit at least one of those, or maybe probably wait till a bowl, honestly. Okay, here we go. Let's look at the top 25. Ohio State undefeated. Bama 1 loss. Florida 1 loss. USC 2 losses. Penn State 2. Utah 2. Wake's up to 13 in the country. Okay, so let's look at conference championships. Georgia, Bama, but we just don't have enough guys who actually get the rock right now. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna sim through. We could check out Ohio State. I don't think LeBron's gonna play a ton for them, but if they make the natty, maybe one of our teams will play them. That would be kind of cool. Okay, gonna go look at the bowl games. So I already seen 2 of our teams are in the natty. Georgia Tech, Oregon. We might have to watch out game 2. Shit, I don't want this video to be too long, but 2 of our running backs in that game, North Carolina, Oklahoma there, Georgia there, LSU, USC, Utah's playing Florida State, Penn State's playing West Virginia, Ohio State, Bama. These are only 2 of our receivers, and LeBron's not going to play very much, but it is the natty. But I think we have to watch just a bit. We got to watch one drive between Oregon and Georgia Tech. We got Ja Morant versus Big Baby Davis. Yeah, we got to check it out. I mean, we just gotta. We'll watch a little bit of this. That's where they rank. 1,500 yards for Ja this year. He's the Big Baby's not their top players, but he should have over 1,000. I want to see Big Baby tote the rock in these just nice Oregon jerseys, and he's just 290-pound running back at 6'8". And then the complete opposite Ja, 6'2", 200-pound silky smooth athlete. Yeah, we got to check this out. Okay, who's up first? We're going to get to see Oregon. Big Baby's not in there, though. Why are you going empty? I want to see Big Baby. Okay, don't throw a pick. Let's see a little Big Baby. Okay, get a running back on the field. There he is, the baby. The Big Baby, Glenn Davis. Hand this rock off. Hand it off. Oh, a little play action. Okay, pop pass. That's fine. That is fine. I'm super happy we got this matchup because I want to hit as many of these guys in a game as we can. See both, get 2 out of 1 here. Okay, hand it off to Glenn. Look at him. The beast. And there it is. First handoff. Big Baby trying to hit the edge. That is not how we want to use him, though. Let's get him going downhill. Let's get him running behind his shoulder pads down through the teeth of the defense. Yeah, we don't want him running left and right. We want him going north and south. Okay, going back to empty here for Oregon. Okay, drops back, little tunnel screen, and you are going down. Okay, 3rd and 12. I'm just gonna sim. Baby's not getting. Oh, they just got through a strike for 9 yards. We weren't gonna see Big Baby Davis there, so I want to see at least 1 or 2 downhill handoffs to the baby. Oh, we'll pass set here, throwing the ball. An hour to throw. No push on the D line there. He had all day just bouncing. Okay, we're getting down in the red zone, though. This should be Big Baby time. Okay, here we go. Trips to the top. Do just a nice little inside zone. No, a little play action. Ton of time. This O-line, D-line matchup does not look good for Georgia Tech. Ty Thompson, 6 of 6 for 75 yards and a tutty on the first drive. So Georgia Tech is getting absolutely no push up front. Okay, here we go. Gonna see Ja Morant now. There we go. He's looking nice in those Georgia Tech jerseys back there. Yeah, let's see Ja. Little motion down. They love to run the ball at Georgia Tech, and Ja gets punched in the mouth. He looks nice in those jerseys, but yeah, they are, he's only 200 pounds at like 6'2", 6'3", but he's got speed, 98 speed. He's like a sprinter back there. just get him the ball in the perimeter and let him be explosive. Ooh, wow, that is back-to-back. Not amazing for Ncaa, but yep, there we go. Okay, so they went pass to Ncaa for 1 yard. Okay, we're gonna sim through the first quarter here, and we'll hop into some drives later in the game. Okay, so 14-7 here. Who's got the ball? Okay, we'll hop back into a Georgia Tech drive here. So 14-7, they're trying to drive down and score, tie this up with Oregon. I want to see a nice explosive run for our guy Ncaa. No, pass set. Nice little strike on the outside there. Ooh, broke a tackle. Avery Boyd with a nice little broken tackle there. Okay, here we go. Shotgun. Morant beside him. Little draw. Ooh, Ncaa is struggling getting anything going on this defense. 2nd and 13. Not ideal. Little pistol look here. Let's see if they can get their run game going. Nice little counter. Ncaa's got to cut that inside. He had 2 blockers. Tried to bounce it outside. Not loving what we're seeing from Ncaa right now. Okay, minus. So they just minus yards. Okay. -2 yard by Big Baby. So our running backs are not putting on a show here like I would have liked. But okay, 2nd and 12. No, pass set here for Baby, and he needed to pick up that blocker. I don't know what he was doing in his pass set there. Okay, I don't want this season to go too long, so we're going to go to the next quarter here. 21-7 Oregon, 28-7, 28-14. Oh my God, we just missed a 52-yard run by Big Baby Davis. Wow, 52 yards. Okay, yeah, that is going to do it. We're going to go to the end of the game here. It's 35-14. Yeah, 42-14. Oh, that would have been cool to see Big Baby just going down for freaking 50 yards. A 50-yard scamper. But yeah, we didn't get to see the best performances from them when we were watching, but we'll have to check out the stats. Big Baby, 135 on the ground, 9 yards per carry and 2 touchdowns. Job. When we were watching, he wasn't performing, but 126, 4 yards per carry, which isn't great, but and a touchdown. So both played really well in their bowl game. Okay, you know what? We have Westbrook and LeBron playing in the Natty, but I just don't think any of the... this video is going to be long, but screw it. It is 2 of our guys in the Natty. We will hop in. I'm just going to we'll sim through it quick, and if it's close at the end, we'll hop in and watch. Number 2 and number 3 offenses in the country versus 1st and 3rd defense. So they definitely seem like the 2 best teams. LeBron is one of their top players. Westbrook is one of theirs. So there we go. Bama, Ohio State in a Natty. 2 of the absolute college football blue bloods. Okay, yeah, so we're just going to go through the first quarter. Okay, so Bama took it to him in the first quarter, 14-0. Ohio State, big bounce back there, though. 21-17. Okay, we're going to go to the third. Hey, 24-24. We got ourselves a ball game here, guys. Going to go next change of possession. Okay, 5:30 next change of possession. Okay, go next change of possession. Okay. These teams are struggling scoring. Okay. McElroy to Bond. McElroy. 8-yard rush. McElroy. Bama. 1st and goal. 1:30 left. McElroy and shotgun. It looks like Westbrook's the very top receiver there. Gonna hand it off to Coffee, who goes down. 2nd and goal. Ohio State should be using some timeouts. No, Ohio State is not using timeouts, which is an interesting idea here. Westbrook soloed up at the top, but Ohio State gets in the backfield. I don't know how they're not using a timeout. They're basically just letting the clock run down. The clock management in this game, guys. So they're basically saying Bama's going to miss the kick, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. They're kind of just gifting them a national championship, but there you go. Okay, little run game. Bama's going to call a timeout and kick a field goal. So that was odd. But once again, no idea. 27, yeah. So Ohio State totally screwed them out themselves out of even a chance there. Alabama wins it. There we go. McElroy, let's go receiving. Westbrook, 94 yards in the national championship. Led his team in receiving. Definitely nice. LBJ had 1 for 28. So big play, but only 1 opportunity. Okay, so Bama wins the Natty. Westbrook wins the Natty at Bama. Okay. Oh, actually, I want to check the stats. So we're going to sim to the end of bowl season, and then we'll look at all the stats for our boys, see how they placed, and then, yeah, that'll do it for this season. Okay, starting with Bama and Westbrook. 817, second leading receiver on the team behind the tight end. So he's their number one wideout. You know, they're a running offense, and it looks like they want to pass the ball just like around to everyone. So not bad. Appalachian State, not going to matter till next year. Georgia. McConkey had a great year. So yeah. And a 411. Hopefully he's just in McConkey's role next year and can absolutely blow up. Same with Ben Wallace, 2 catches for 19 yards. But hopefully they just take over these 2 roles and just, you know, get a ton of work. So that is what we got to hope there. Okay, Georgia Tech. Jaw, 4 catches for 31 yards. They do not throw to running backs, but he had 1,600 rushing yards. Only 6 touchdowns at 125 a game. That, yeah, you'll take that. Go down to LSU. Nate Robb. Wow, they really tried to run the ball. Nate Robb, Steve Smith, both, you know, almost 1,200 yards, 15 touchdowns for Nate Robb, 98 a game. So, yeah, he was putting in work. 29 broken tackles. There we go. Receiving, Zion, number one option. I mean, as a tight end, you're getting 847 receiving yards. Like, he is by far their number one weapon in the pass game, so we'll take it. We definitely got to check out a LSU game at some point here. Okay, going to go down to North Carolina with our boy, Allen Iverson. Basically, this Michael Vick. 2,000 yards, 25 touchdowns. Okay. He also ran for 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns. So yards per game, if you include rushing, 90 rushing yards plus 157. So he's at more like 257 and 35 touchdowns when you include rushing yards. So an impact player for sure. Notre Dame, Jokic, 130 rating, 2,900 yards. Too many INTs though for our guy Jokic. 600 yards on the ground, 4 touchdowns. So he's getting the yardage and some touchdown, but too many turnovers, I would say. Okay, the Ohio State came up short in the national championship. LeBron, 555 yards, and he is going to be their number one go-to option next year. They go from Marvin Harrison Jr. down to LeBron James, so they will take that. KOU, KD, 520 receiving yards, not bad for their third option. Both these guys are seniors, so he should be their number one go-to next year. 174 on the ground, through the air for D Rose, 1,610 on the ground though. So he's at 1,500 and 1,600 over his first 2 seasons, 25 touchdowns. Yeah, I think D Rose might be pretty freaking good. Okay, Oregon, 14, big baby, killing it. Almost 1,500 yards for Oregon. Just big baby, 293 in your face. 56. They do not throw him the ball. It is hand it off and get downhill. Okay, Penn State, Singleton, nice year for them. Steve Nash, 3,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, 230 a game. Not bad. Adds another 387 and 4 touchdowns on the ground. So 30 yards per game on the ground too. So he's definitely an option on the ground. Looks like he had a pretty good year. Okay, gonna go down to Texas with our boy Kawhi. So Worthy and Sanders are gone. So it'll be Kane and Kawhi next year. They're 2 number one options. Kawhi, 352 and 3 touchdowns this year. They do still have Quinn Ewers back next year. So yeah, he should be in a good spot to put up some big numbers. Okay, and A&M, Michael Jordan, 853, 65 yards per game. But they got, so Curry was their backup. He played a little bit, but not really. But by next year, Steph will be starting for them. He transferred in this year. But yeah, he's going to be the starting quarterback playing with Michael Jordan next year. So we definitely got to check out one of their games as well. USC with our boy Shaquille. Oh my God, they went to Mario Williams. Shaq, 508, 5 touchdowns, 36 a game. Utah, 855 and 9 touchdowns for Barnes, 65 a game. Then Wake Forest, our boy, 147 rating, 3,300 yards, 33 touchdowns, 250 a game, plus ran for 248 and 2 more touchdowns. So Chris Paul had a great year. Okay, I'm gonna sim just through the rest of the offseason, and then we're gonna check out how much each guy improved and check out the depth charts right away here. All right, guys, here we are at the start of season 3. We're just gonna quickly go through, look at the rosters for our teams, see how everyone's looking. De'Aaron Fox, he's the best player on the team. They actually have another really good running back, so it's gonna be kind of a two-headed monster in the backfield. This De'Aaron Fox, like, he's barely played over these 2 years. He's got 95 rushing yards, so it'll be interesting to see him actually get some work. Okay, we got Bama. Bama has a good squad, and Westbrook, a 97 overall. He has a 95 QB thrown to him, so I don't know how much they're going to throw the ball in general, but yeah, I mean, he's going to be an absolute freak. I don't know if we've actually seen him, and that's what Westbrook's looking like. Looking pretty nasty at Alabama. Okay, here we're going to go to Georgia. So yeah, by now, basically everybody's going to be a starter. Everybody's going to get to play a ton. So this is where it really starts to pick up. So Anthony Edwards, 98 overall. Absolute freak, playing for the Bulldogs, 6'5", 230. He's like if AJ Brown played, but was like 3 to 4 inches taller. So yeah, Ant is going to be crazy. Then the other one is Ben Wallace, 95 overall. These are going to be their main two weapons. They have Vandegrift, who's a 96 overall QB. So depending how much they actually throw the ball, these guys are going to be getting a ton of work. They're going to be their two main options on offense, which is going to be cool. Okay, going to Georgia Tech, we have Ja Morant, who's a 98 overall, 99 speed, 99 excel. Yeah, 94 elusiveness. Like, guy can do it all. Catch passes. He's basically going to be their offense, basically going to be their, their whole team. Okay, going to go down to LSU. We got Zion, a 98 overall tight end, 92 speed at 284 pounds is crazy. Then we have Nate Robb, still going to be their starting running back at night. Well, yeah, by far. So he'll probably even get more work this year because last year they had another really high overall running back. Then they got Newsmeyer. All their QBs. So this guy, Jeff Williams, is probably going to start next year, which is tough because they're not. So this might be their last year of decent QB play, which isn't great for Zion, but doesn't really affect Nate Robb quite as much. Okay, we're going to go to North Carolina, where we have Allen freaking Iverson. This Sims, basically Michael Vick, 2,400 yards or 2,000 yards passing, 1,100 yards rushing last year, 90 a game, which is insane. I'm excited to see what he can do. He's going to absolutely be running the show there. Then we go to Notre Dame. Oh, Tyler Buchner just passed Jokic in overall. Buckner, however you say his name, is probably going to start over Jokic this year, which kind of sucks, but I can't affect the depth chart. And usually they just go with best overall, but Jokic will start next year. So that's kind of shitty, but is what it is. Here we got LeBron James for Ohio State. What's his QB? So he's got Devin Brown for the next 2 years. So as long as Devin Brown doesn't leave, he's going to have a really good QB over the next 2 years. He has other receivers around him, but he is bar none the number one option. 6'9", almost 260 pounds with 94 speed. He is going to be their go-to option on offense. I cannot wait to see it. Okay, we go to Oklahoma. Derrick Rose, is he the first 99 overall? I think LeBron wasn't, right? Yeah, LeBron. So I think, yeah, pretty sure D Rose is the first player we've seen get to 99. He has been an absolute freak show over the first 2 years. Then he's got his partner in crime, KD, at tight end, who, these two are going to be running the show once again on offense. It's going to be going to these two just basically every play. They got that Belleville, who was decent for them last year, I think 2,500 yards. Then Hall should be okay by next year. So yeah, these guys should be in a really good spot to make some noise. Oregon with our man. Oh, this kind of sucks. So Jordan James actually beat him out in overall. So once again, Jordan James actually might be the starter this year, which kind of sucks because freaking Big Baby has been killing it. 1,400 yards basically first 2 seasons. So if Jordan James starts, that will be kind of shitty, but we'll have to see. Okay, going to Penn State. We got 97 overall Steve Nash. Should be just really, really good for them. Awareness getting up there. His throw accuracy, 94 throw accuracy with a good arm. He can just throw dots all over the yard. He's got a good running back. Really nice group of pass catchers. They're all seniors, which kind of sucks. And then he's going to have this Brent Jones next year. But yeah, and a senior tight end. So this is probably going to be Penn State's year. If they want to make some noise, this is the year to do it. Okay, going down to Texas with our boy Kawhi Leonard. So they're going to have a Quinn Ewers, really good quarterback, and then Malik Murphy next year. They are going to have Kane and Leonard. Ooh, Leonard only went up to a 92, but they're going to be their two number one options in the pass game. They have a really nice tight end too. So this offense should be very, very good. Okay, now this is going to be where it gets a little interesting. So we had Steph Curry transfer over to Texas A&M. And he's going to be playing with Michael Jordan. So we're going to get to see these two for the last 2 years of the sim. This should be crazy. 6'6" with 98 speed for Michael Jordan. That is insane with 99 jumping. Yeah. So he's pretty good. Pretty freaking good. You got Steph Curry, 85 speed, 87 awareness, which helps. And then he's got 93 throw power, 91 throw accuracy. So these two together, 6 and 7, should be absolutely making noise. I just want to see. Yeah, 6 is a fine number for him. Yeah, so 6 and 7, that is going to be a cool duo to see. Okay, going down to Utah. Oh no, USC first. Shaquille O'Neal, 99. He's our second 99. Who's his QB this year? Miller Moss, who's a senior. They got a bunch of seniors. This Hampton will probably start next year. So hopefully Miller Moss just wants to feed the beast. He's got him, CJ Williams, but you know, Shaq Daddy, let's go. Should be an absolute freak show. Go down to Utah. Harrison Barnes went up to a 93 overall. He's got an 89 quarterback who's only a sophomore, or this guy who's a junior. So whichever one plays, you know, pretty good quarterback to throw the rock. Then lastly, we ended off with Wake Forest with Chris Paul, who went up to a 98 overall. Not super fast, but good awareness. 97 throw accuracy. So this is just as accurate as it comes. Good running back room. Receiver, he did lose a ton of weapons from last year. Now all his good receivers are seniors. So he does have this Grimes, who should be a good player for him, but he had so many nice weapons last year. Definitely taking a step back there. So that is where we are sitting right now, guys. I'm going to quickly go and try to look through the schedules and try to find us a good game between some of our teams. Actually, before we do that, I want to let's look at Heisman Watch. Are any of our guys on the Heisman Watch? No, which is kind of shitty. Let's also quickly just look at preseason polls. So Bama with Westbrook, Shaq there, Ant and Ben Wallace there, LeBron there, Matt Barnes there, Chris Paul there, Steve Nash there. So our guys have a chance, like Texas right there. Our guys have a chance. Oregon, ton of top 25. LSU's in the top 25. So any of our teams have a chance to really do make some noise this year. Let's see if we have any All-Americans. None on first team or second team, which is kind of dumb. Like, these are definitely some of the best players in the country, but that's all good. Okay, now I'm going to look at our scores and schedules and try to find just some good games. Ooh, I kind of like this one. Penn State, Ohio State. That could be cool. Who's some other teams? Oh, I definitely want to find an A&M game, actually. Would Bama play A&M this year? Bama A&M. We're going to do Bama A&M. That'll be Westbrook. Actually, let's see if Georgia plays A&M. Okay, so Georgia does not play A&M. So we are going to go to Bama, Texas A&M, and that should be a pretty cool game. That'll be Westbrook, and I really want to see Jordan and Steph Curry. A&M is 3-1, 11th in the country. Bama is undefeated, 4-0, number 2 in the country. So on paper, they are almost identical teams, so this should be a barn burner. So Bama, 5th in points per game, 2nd on defense. They look like the better team on paper, but you never know. Steph Curry, Michael Jordan, you got to stop this dynamic duo. Okay, we're going to kind of sim through this first Bama drive. Okay, so A&M has the ball now. I want to see some Steph and Michael. So Steph is going to be under center here. That looks like Michael at the top of the screen. Holy crap, he's big, and he's going out to him right over the middle. Look how big he is. 98 speed at 6'6". He's basically Randy Moss plus 2 inches. Look at him. And we got Steph Curry under center, motioning the tight end across the formation. This is going to be tough for Bama to handle. Oh, there's a nice tackle by the linebacker, comes up and meets him in the hole. Okay, we got Michael Jordan at the top. They're going a ton of like I-form under center stuff here. I don't know what playbook or offense, doing a little draw. 3rd and 12. All right, so now what do you got? Okay, we got a little split back look. Jordan's at the bottom of the screen here. Go to Michael Jordan. Go to MJ. Let him work. Stephen Curry drops back. Ooh, throws it into the tight end receiver there on the little out route. It's going to be 4th and 4. They're going to kick a field goal and they miss it. Okay, so we got to see a bit of action there. We're going to go through the first quarter. Okay, it's actually 7-0 A&M. We're going to go to the second half here. Wow, 21-7 lead for A&M. And I believe they have the ball. We're going to watch a little bit of this drive. If they can punch it in here. Did that just... Okay, I don't know. That might be 3rd. I don't know what that meant. But boom. Okay, in the flat, Steph. There we go. What a transfer. A&M able to bring Steph Curry into the building. And he is putting on a show right now. 13 of 16 for 152 and 2 touchdowns. So one more incompletion than touchdowns. So he's on fire. Bama is struggling to contain Steph. He's going deep. No, that's a throwaway. That is a throwaway. Okay, here we go again. Steph under center. We got MJ at the top there, number 7. Big receiver on the outside. Little in route to MJ. He gets hit hard, but holds on. Okay, under center here. Going to run the ball. Ooh, hit him in the hole. Amari Daniels is going down. Okay, let's see if Bama can do something here. Okay, we're just going to go next change. Boom. They punch it in. They're down 7. Okay, we're going to go to the end of the quarter here. There, all of a sudden, Bama ties it up. Steph Curry, 3rd and 11. He was just incomplete on the last play. So here's 3rd and 11. You know, they're in field goal range, so you don't have to do anything crazy. Michael's a wide out on the bottom of the screen here. Steph drops back, fires it. Oh, that's picked off. Steph gets picked off. They actually fumbled that, but I think Bama held on to it. Oh, Steph, that is his first screw up of the game in Alabama. You cannot do that. We're going to go next change. Okay, so A&M's got the ball back. They're really running the... Oh my God, Steph got picked off again. McElroy, big pass play. Steph, 2 crucial errors. Bama's going to... No, they go for it. Bama's trying to punch this in. 3rd and 10. We'll watch this play. Maybe they'll go to Westbrook. So Westbrook is going to be at the bottom of the screen there. 84. McElroy, go to Westbrook. Go to Westbrook. Let's see what he's got. McElroy drops back. He is going to Westbrook. He had Westbrook on the post, and I don't know if he overthrew him, threw it kind of behind him, but it looked like he had Westbrook. They're going to kick their field goal, and it is good. A&M football. Michael Jordan returned for 18 yards. 84-yard rushing touchdown. A&M out of nowhere. Okay, McElroy for a 75-yard touchdown right back. Okay. Okay, so we're going to have an A&M. Okay, we're just going to watch this drive. A&M looking to drive down and go win this one right here. They're in Alabama. Field goal ties it, so they can do that. I'm actually not sure if I'm going to watch the whole drive. I might have to super sim a little bit here. Steph, plenty of time. He's going to tuck and run. So, ooh, the linebacker comes and meets him in the hole. Steph can definitely run the ball. I mean, he's not insanely fast, but he's athletic. Okay, I'm going to sim incomplete. Oh, it's 4th and 7. Oh, he completes it for 24 yards. Okay, I thought they were going to have to punt that. So 423 total yards for A&M, 511 for Bama. Steph under center here. Doesn't even look like MJ's on the field. He might need a little breather here. Steph's just going to drop back. Quick 1-step drop. Throw the little out route in the flats. That is fine. And they're actually going to get the first down there. They have plenty of time now. They complete that 4th down. And yeah, they got all the time in the world, really. They want to go for broke, though. You do not want to... Okay, so MJ's at the bottom of the screen here. You do not want to, you don't want to kick a field goal and go to overtime. Okay, Steph drop back. Throws it into the tight end underneath. Okay, here we go once again. Two receivers to the top. Jordan at the bottom. Steph drops back. Tucks and runs again. It's a nice block, Steph. Oh my. He just got folded in half. He is so lucky. He held onto that football. Oh my goodness. A&M 2 timeouts down to the Alabama 10 here. Michael Jordan's in the slot there. Little toss play here. Ooh, a nice block actually. Okay, they're inside the like 7-8 yard line there. Okay, here we go. Shotgun. Jordan's at the bottom of the screen there. Steph drops back. He's going to tuck it and run again, and he's in. Steph Curry, what a drive in Alabama. The transfer from North Carolina, wanted to play with MJ, comes here and leads that drive. Okay, let's see if 5-yard loss. Bracken for 24. Okay, they got 19 seconds here for Bama. They're stuck for, so they need a touchdown. This is time to go to Russell Westbrook. You know, if there was ever a time to go for your tier 6, they're running a draw with 14 seconds left. Okay, and they're not going to call a timeout. They're going to run hurry up. And they're spinning it. Okay, well, there you go. Basically going to need a Hail Mary. Okay, I'll just run the Hail Mary. Why not? Might be fun. We'll just throw it up. We'll throw it up to Westbrook. I don't even think I'm going to have the arm to get it there. But yeah, let's throw it up. Let's see what happens. Try to buy some time with McElroy. Oh my God, they got through there so fast. I just had to throw that. Oh, I got 1 second left. I'll throw one more. They completely broke through the line. We got to hold on there and give me some time to actually set up. Okay, we got Westbrook on the outside. Is the O-line going to give me some time here? Okay, nope. I'm just going to have to wing it down there to Westbrook, and it is picked off. So, oh, he just went in for a safety. Okay. So Alabama, that would have been crazy if it was only a 2-point or 1-point game. But there it is. A&M, led by Steph Curry, comes into Alabama and takes them down. Okay, checking out the stats for the game. So Steph had those 2 picks, but threw for 258 and 2 touchdowns. Also ran for 139 and the game-winning score. Jordan ran 4 times for 11 yards. And they held him to 62 yards through the air. Bama, Westbrook, 4 for 74, so had a decent game. But A&M takes down the undefeated number 2 team in the country, led by Steph Curry. Okay, we're going to just sim through week 8 again, and then we're just going to look at the stats, see how everyone's looking, look at the top 25, stuff like that. Okay, we'll look through the top 25 first. Oregon 7-0, Penn State undefeated, so that's 2 of our teams. Bama and A&M and Georgia all 1 loss. Utah 1 loss. Notre Dame 2 losses, but I don't even know if Jokic is playing. Ohio State 1 loss. LSU 2. USC, Texas. So more losses there near the bottom, obviously. We'll look at the Heisman, just see if any of our boys. None in the Heisman watch. Let's look at some stats here, though. Appalachian State with our guy De'Aaron Fox, only 5 yards a carry. 601 is okay. 85 yards a game is good. I would have expected a little better. We also got Bama here with our guy Westbrook, 514. That's 85 a game with 6 touchdowns. Hey, nothing wrong with that for Westbrook. Georgia, we got Anthony Edwards, 43 receptions for 774 yards, 96 a game, and 7 touchdowns with his buddy Ben Wallace. Imagine how mean those two would be together. 6'9", 250-pound tight end, averaging 18 yards a reception. So when he gets the ball, he is a big play threat. 6 touchdowns on the year as well. Ant has 3 carries for 20 yards also. So Ant is putting up right now. We're going right here. Jaw, 2 catches for 38 yards. We know they don't throw the ball to the running backs. Averaging 6.6 yards per carry and 124 yards on the ground, though. You will take that for Jaw. I'm going to go to LSU. We got Nate Robb, 863, 6.4 yards per carry, 10 touchdowns for 123 a game. Nate Robb is playing very, very, very well. Zion, second leading receiver on the team, 340 yards. You know, that's not bad. 50 a game. Like, he's a tight end. We know it's not going to get crazy. We definitely got to check out an LSU game before this sim is over. North Carolina right here. Iverson, 137 ratings, decent. 1,333 yards, 15 touchdowns, almost 200 a game. That's fine. Plus, we know he is going to be a killer on the ground. 442. Okay, down to 63 yards a game. So hasn't been about 30 yards less per game for North Carolina. So hasn't been quite putting up the stats as before. Notre Dame, let's see if, Buckner is starting, so we're not going to see Jokic till next year. The Ohio State, we have LeBron James, and him and the tight end are kind of splitting work. 77 yards a game, like you're not mad at it, but it's not quite as explosive as we would have hoped here. He's got 1 carry for 7 yards as well. Oklahoma, KD, 340 yards. That's okay. 56 a game is decent. It's him and the number 1 receiver getting most of the receiving yards. D Rose only 120 yards. They're not passing the ball much, but not almost 1,000 yards already. 160 yards per game this dude is averaging. He went from 115 to 123 to almost 160. And increasing his yards per carry. He's only got 1 touchdown somehow. Looks like they're using this Barnes on the goal line. They're actually using Barnes a lot. Like Oklahoma's just running the rock, but that is crazy, man. Derrick Rose has been unbelievable. Okay, go to Oregon. Yeah. So Big Baby's still getting a lot of work. This Jordan James is actually the starter, so it's kind of shitty. Big Baby's averaging 7 yards a carry. They're running the ball a ton, so you can't be too mad at it. And he's still getting work, but kind of sucks. Okay, we're going to go to Penn State and our boy Steve Nash. 206 QB rating. Okay, so Nash is playing unbelievable. 1,850 yards, 21 touchdowns, 300 yards per game. Okay, Steve Nash also adding, 2 rushing touchdowns, 30 yards per game there. So he's at like 350 yards per game in total. So I'm surprised he's not in the Heisman watch. Nash is just lighting it up. Okay, gonna go to Texas. They have Quinn Ewers, 170 ratings, very good. Receiving, it's Kawhi, all 3 of their receivers are putting in work. Kane is gone, so Kawhi should be the number one receiver next year. 57 a game is fine. Nothing to write home about. Okay, Texas A&M. Michael Jordan, 521, 86 a game with 5 scores. Easily the number 1 receiver on the team. Once again, can't be mad at that. How is Curry playing? 163 rating, very good. 1,800 yards, 13 touchdowns, over 300 yards a game. Yeah, Curry's putting in work. He's also ran for 300 with 4 touchdowns. So average, he's at like 350 yards per game as well. So Curry is killing it for A&M. We go to USC first. USC. Shaquille O'Neal, 378, number 2 receiver on the team, 63 yards per game as a tight end. You can't be mad at it. We definitely got to see a USC game as well. And then, Utah and then Wake Forest. Utah, Harrison Barnes, 468, 66 yards per game. And then Wake Forest with our guy here, taking a bit of a step back this year. 127 QB rating. He is at 147 last year, but he lost a ton of weapons. So I think that is probably hurting him. Rushing close to 200 yards, another 30 a game. So I have a feeling losing all those weapons is really hurting CP3. Okay, we got Penn State, Ohio State in 2 weeks. That could be cool to check out. Georgia, Bama at the end of the year, but we've already watched Bama twice. We haven't watched Georgia, though. Utah already played SC. They have number 1 Oregon, but we're not even going to really get to see Big Baby. Notre Dame, we don't care about. LSU, I would like to see LSU at some point. They play Bama. North Carolina, where are they? 4-3. Do they play anybody? They play Georgia Tech. I think I want to see Penn State. I want to see a little Steve Nash action. So we look at their schedule. Yeah, we'll hop into their schedule there. And then we'll probably just sim to conference championship weekend. It's 99s across the board for both these teams. Okay, so Penn State averaging 50 yards per game, or 50 points per game. Passing it everywhere. Ohio State has a great defense. Okay, LeBron, Steve Nash. It is raining. So I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'll probably do it the rest of the video. I just want to... This is a cool video. This is just for fun. So I'm going to control Ohio State on just the first possession. First play of the game here, I'm just going to throw one up to LeBron. Next time I play with one of the teams too, I'm going to do something similar. I just want to try to see, can this guy go up and high point it, go up, make a play on the football. So we're just going to call 4 verticals here. We're going to have LeBron soloed up at the bottom of the screen, and we are just going to chuck it up to him and see what happens. Oh, there is safety help, but looks like we might have a hole, and we don't get it. So I'll hold off. I'll let them kind of get their drive going here. That was kind of tough with safety help over the top, but I just wanted to try it. Maybe I'll throw one more deep one as well. I want to see, if I see some one-on-one coverage with LeBron, look how big he is. 6'9", 260, wide receiver, playing for his favorite university, Ohio State. And there we go. Devin Brown going down for the sack. Okay, we got a big 3rd and 12 here for Ohio State. Tough, rainy conditions out here for the offenses, but Penn State is the #1 offense in the country. Devin Brown had all day to throw, but could not find anyone. Good stop for this Penn State defense. Okay, we're just going to go to the end of the quarter here. Okay, we're 7-7 through 1. Let's go to next quarter. 21-14. So we got a close matchup here. Recover. Okay, so our Penn State just fumbled. 31-21 for Penn State with the football. Okay, they got a big 3rd and 8 here. Let's see what Steve Nash can do. This is wet, ugly conditions for Penn State to even be able to put up 31 at this point in the game against the #1 defense is impressive. Steve Nash, that could have been picked off. And it looks like they're out of field goal range. So I don't even think Penn State's going to be able to get a field goal here. No, they actually went for it on 4th down. They get stopped. Throwaway. 3rd and 14. Yeah, Ohio State gets stopped. And Penn State's trying to drive here. Fumble recovered by Ohio State. Okay, it's a 3rd and 11. I was actually going to take control here, but here we go. 3rd and 11. Let's see what Devin Brown can do. He's stuck 10. He's got LeBron at the bottom of the screen here. Boom, drops back. Finds a guy over the middle. That's not horrible. Okay, I'm going to take over once again for Ohio State here. I'm not going to just throw one up to LeBron though, even though this is one-on-one coverage on the outside. You know what? We're doing a hot route. They're stuck 10 with 240. They need a big play. It is one-on-one coverage. LeBron James on the outside. And I'm used to playing Madden where you kind of pull back to try to do, yeah, that was on me. Sorry, Ohio State. I don't think you're going to win anyway. So there we go. We're going to go to the end of the game. Penn State is going to... Okay, Ohio State went down and scored. But Steve Nash, 300 yards, 4 touchdowns. This guy looks pretty freaking unreal at Penn State right now. So LeBron had a muzzle on this game. 14 yards. Graves was really their big option this game. For Penn State, we see Nash was incredible. 4 touchdowns, plus ran for 85 yards. So Steve Nash, he's got to be in the Heisman running. He's on the #1 offense, #1 team in the country, putting up insane stats. I mean, Nash, come on. Okay, now we're just going to advance to the end of the season, go to conference championship weekend. We've already checked out 2 games this year, so we'll try to hit a bowl game. Okay, we are in conference championship weekend. Let's take a look at the matchups. Bama, South Carolina, North Carolina versus Syracuse. Oregon is still undefeated, and so is Penn State. So if both they win, they'll be in the national championship. We'll have 2 of our players, even though we won't really see a ton of big baby. And Bama is on the outside looking in. If they win, they're probably in as well. Okay, so we're just going to sim through this, go to bowl season, see who's in the natty. If it's those 2, we'll probably just watch that. Okay, so Steve Nash actually gets 4th in the Heisman. That is shocking to me. Okay, let's see here. So it's Penn State versus Oregon. So we do have 2 of our teams. One is the backup running back-ish. We got Texas, Bama. That's a pretty good Sugar Bowl. Georgia, Stanford, LSU right there. Ohio State there. See if we have any good... North Carolina, Texas A&M. A&M lost 5 games. That's crazy. Utah. Okay, yeah, we're just going to watch this game. There's nothing else really. Wow, Oregon's 99 across the board. So they're a really good team as well. So yeah, there they are. Penn State #1 offense. Oregon #7. #7 defense versus #6 defense. So they are very close across the board. But I'm going to lean Penn State just because Steve Nash is so freaking good. But you never know. Who knows? Let's see. Both undefeated. Let's go. No rain. We got good clear skies. Night. I think we're in Miami here. So yeah, let's get it. Okay, we're just going to go through the first quarter here. Okay, 10-7 Oregon. So very close through one. 24-7 Oregon. So Oregon is running. Wow. Oregon just blew the doors off Penn State. 38-7. We're just going to go to the end of the game here. Penn State. What happened? I was not expecting that. Wow, Oregon, Big Baby Davis, national champ. Steve Nash, 265 and a touchdown. Okay, I guess. He ran for 9 yards. If we go to Oregon, Big Baby ran for 45. Their other running back ran for 161. Their QB, 284 and 3 tutties. So Oregon, national champs. Yeah, Steve Nash, runner-up, third or fourth for the Heisman, runner-up in the national championship game. Okay, we're going to sim through the rest of the bowl season, then we'll look at the final stats for the year for each one of our guys. Okay, so the season is done. We'll look at the final top 25. Oregon, Penn State, Bama, Georgia, Ohio State, Texas. So we had lots of our teams around through the top 10. We'll look at All-Americans, see if we got any of those. No first team All-Americans. Wow, Steve Nash, second team. So Nash, our only All-American so far. Okay, gonna go to season stats. We got Bama first. Westbrook, 1,000 yards, 15 touchdowns. Hey, for a running offense, they only had 1 loss on the year. Westbrook's had a really nice career. We go Appalachian State. De'Aaron, 43 receiving yards, 218 carries. So he was getting the ball a lot. 1,200 yards, 94. 8 touchdowns, 94 a game. Good year for De'Aaron for sure. Gonna go down to Georgia. We got our guy Ant, 1,000 yards. So he's really slowed down. He was over like 130 a game or something at one point. And then Big Ben Wallace, 550. So yeah, Ant slowed down, but still a good year for sure. Go to Georgia Tech. Still, do not throw to Jaw. He had 3 receptions, but he ran for 1,500 yards. So he's 1,200, 1,600, 1,500, 7 yards a carry this year. Yeah, he's a freak. He's a freak at Georgia Tech. Gonna go to LSU. 1,673 for Nate Robb. So Nate Robb has been really good. 17 touchdowns, 126 a game. Nice. And then Zion, 560, 5 touchdowns. So yeah, very good for Zion. Or I mean, pretty good for Zion. I mean, they're a running team, not going to get a ton of work, but not awful. Okay, going to go to Notre Dame. And once again, we know our boy's not playing this year. So LeBron, 919. Ugh, I would have liked more. 70 yards a game. Like, it's not bad, but a number 1 option, a 6'9", 260 pound, 98 overall receiver. You'd think you'd want to use him a little more. KD as a tight end, 721 yards is very good. 60 a game, 9 touchdowns. D Rose, 250 on the receiving, and 1,729 plus. He's just under 2,000 yards a game or on the season. 9 touchdowns, 150 yards on the ground. So Nash was really good this year. I'd say him and Nash have been the best players through the sim. They've been incredible. We go to Oregon. I mean, they had a 2-headed monster. Big Baby was not the bell cow, but 1,000 yards, 12 touchdowns. He's very freaking good. Very freaking good. Penn State, Steve Nash, 483 and 5 touchdowns. So he's adding 34 yards on the ground per game, plus 4,000 yards, 43 touchdowns, only 3 picks for 284 yards. So Steve Nash was incredible this year. He's been the best QB. Him and D Rose, I think, have been the best players. Go down to Texas. Quinn Ewers throwing to Kawhi, 647, really honestly not great. 50 yards a game, we'd want to see more for sure. A&M, MJ, 1,000 yards, 80 a game. I think next year, go for 1,300. That's our goal. Passing Steph, 159 rating is good, 3,500 yards, 30 touchdowns is all G. And he ran for 528 tutties. So yeah, Steph was very good. They lost 5 games this year, which is obviously too much, but Steph and MJ played well. Okay, gonna go to Shaq, 776 for a tight end. Yeah, we'll take that. 4 touchdowns. I mean, guys, he's 7 feet tall. Use him in the red zone, but hey, we'll take it. Go to Utah. Harrison Barnes, 897. Would like a little more as your number 1 receiver, but okay. And then we're going to end it off with Wake Forest. We remember he lost a ton of his weapons. 123 rating to 1. Oh my gosh. CP3 took a huge step back this year. 16 picks is too many. 800 less yards. Way worse QB rating. He doesn't add a ton on the ground. 300 yards, so like 25 a game. So not a very good junior year for CP3. But like I said, he lost a ton of his weapons. So that is going to wrap up season 3, guys. We're going to go to rate season 4. Look at the overalls, see where everyone's looking, and watch it. At least 3 games next year. We got to watch North Carolina next year. I want to see AI 100%. All right, guys, so here we are just kind of getting into the 4th and final season, and I kind of forgot to bring up something earlier is after 3 years, some guys can leave. So I started going through the players leaving section. I went through Bama, Appalachian State, Georgia. All those guys were staying. I get to Georgia Tech, and it looks like Ja Morant is going to leave for the draft. So there might be 2 or 3 guys who decide to leave early. I actually can't do anything to make them stay. So it kind of sucks because we won't see Ja this year, but we'll just go through the rest of the teams, see if there's anyone else. LSU looks like we're fine. North Carolina, oh, I really hope he leaving. Okay, we're good with North Carolina. Notre Dame and Jokic. Jokic looks like he's leaving, which is unfortunate. Ohio State, LeBron is back. Oregon, we're good. Penn State, Nash is back. Texas, Kawhi is back. A&M, both are Jordan and Curry are back. USC, we're good with Shaq. Utah, we're good. And Wake Forest, we're good. So we're just losing 2. We're losing Georgia Tech and Ja Morant, and then Jokic and Notre Dame. But we did see both those guys in game so far. Okay, I'm going to sim through the rest of the offseason, and then we're going to look at the overalls, final bit of the depth chart, see where everybody sits, and get into this 4th season. All right, so we're at the start of the 4th season. Let's go through our teams one last time, see where all our guys sit. So we got Westbrook. He's the best player on the team. Most of these guys should all be 99 overall. He does actually have a decent QB to throw to him. So yeah, I don't see a reason why Westbrook shouldn't have a big year. Appalachian State as well. We got De'Aaron, 98 overall, 99 speed. Best player on the team. He should get a ton of run this year. Go down to Georgia, both 99s. Oh, sorry, that's the middle linebacker, but here we go. 99s, Ant 99, Ben Wallace 99. They have a 96 QB throwing them the rock, so hopefully these two just have blow up years. That would be cool to see. Okay, LSU. And we got Zion and Nate Robb, both 99s. I'm actually kind of surprised Nate Robb got to 99 because I think I started him out as an 84. So he was like one of the lower rated players. But look at his, last 2 years have been great. But last year, 1,600 yards, absolutely killed it. Zion's been, good. His sophomore year was very good. So they actually have looks like they don't really have a QB this year, but they have a nice receiving class and group. They got tight end, running back. So if the QB can play all right, they'll be in a good spot offensively. We'll go down to North Carolina now, and we got AI 99 overall, 99 speed, 99 excel, 98 agility, 87 awareness, elusive. His arm, 99 jumping, 92 throw, 91 throw accuracy. This guy should be an absolute freak of nature. We are for sure, no matter what, hopping into a North Carolina game this year. We haven't seen him yet, so we will be doing that. That's some decent 3 nice receivers to throw to. There is no reason AI shouldn't absolutely kill it this year. Okay, Ohio State first. So we have LeBron, 99 overall with a 98 senior QB throwing to him with 99 awareness. Okay. Time for LeBron to blow the hell up. I want to see it. Oklahoma, D Rose, been maybe the best player in the sim. 1,500 yards at least every year. Almost just on the ground too, not including receiving. Almost 1,800 yards last year. 97 speed. 98 break tackle, 91 elusiveness, can do it all, can catch, 69 catching out of the backfield. Then we got KD. I don't know if they have a QB though. 87, you know what? That's doable. Hopefully he just gives it to these two and lets them rock. Go down to Oregon with our, yeah, it kind of sucks. He had this other guy, Jordan James, who's actually the starting running back. He's still getting run. Like, he got over 1,000 yards last year. They're going to run the heck out of the ball at Oregon. So he's going to still get carries, but would have liked him to be the starter. Penn State, I think, so we know Nash is back, obviously. 99 overall, 91 awareness. You know, crazy accurate, not as athletic. Yeah, 97 accuracy, not as athletic, obviously, as of Allen Iverson, but should be able to put in work. Decent running back. They had a ton of senior receivers. So he's basically one player to throw to. So I don't think we'll see quite as good of a year from Steve Nash this year. Like, he probably should have won the Heisman last year. Go down to Texas with Kawhi. And so they have Malik Murphy, good quarterback. Oh, did I miss? Kawhi must have left. Oh, shit. I don't know how I missed that when I was looking. So Kawhi must have left early. I missed that. So Kawhi did very little in this sim. So whatever. A&M, we got Jordan and Curry. This is the other team I for sure want to watch at least one more game of. Look at MJ, 99 overall, 99 speed, 98 agility, 99 excel, decent after the catch, 99 jumping, obviously, 91 route running for that size, 94 spec catch. He's just an absolute freak. Obviously, Steph Curry throwing him the ball. I definitely want to check out these two. Go down to USC. And we got Big Shaq Daddy, 99 overall, 85 speed at 7 feet, 332 pounds. They have a nasty wide receiver, so they got a 1-2 punch here. Not a great quarterback, though. So we'll have to see what kind of numbers Shaq can put up. Utah, Matt Barnes, the best player. They got this Nate Johnson, senior quarterback, throwing them the ball. And so this should be just your three-headed monster. Barnes, Johnson, and Johnson. That sounds like like a law firm or something. And yeah, should put up some stats. Then lastly, Wake. We got CP3. Had a really good, honestly, really good freshman year. Great sophomore year. His junior year was a bit of a step back, but he lost a ton of weapons. This year, two good running backs. The receiving is just not good, and tight end's not good. So I don't know. Chris Paul, hopefully he can put it together and do some work this year. But yeah, so that is where all our guys sit for sure. I want to see a North Carolina game and a A&M game. Everyone else, we'll see what happens. Heisman watch. Steve Nash is on it. Devin Brown throwing to LBJ is on it. We'll look at our preseason polls. We should have a bunch of teams. So Oregon #1, Bama. So our teams are the top 4. Plus Ohio State, Notre Dame not anymore, but SC. What about A&M? So A&M there, and what about North Carolina there? Okay, I want to look at both their schedules. They play Ohio State week 3. Okay, we're gonna go to that game for sure. We're gonna watch that one, and then A&M, they play #2 Bama. So we'll probably watch those 2 regular season games. Then we'll just go to conference championships, national title, all that type of stuff. Okay, yeah, so we're going to sit into this game right here. So we'll get to see LeBron versus Iverson. All right, so here we go. National broadcast, 2-0 versus 3-0. LeBron versus AI. So that's kind of what their stats is. Super early, only played like 2 and 3 games, but that's what their stats are looking like. AI, there you go. LBJ starting out with 204 yards. Let's get into it. Iverson looks nasty in the Tar Heel blue. Okay, we're just going to watch his first UNC drive. Make sure we get some good action of Allen. Mr. Iverson. Okay, in pistol, I like that. Okay, straight drop for Iverson. Throws a little out route. Nice zip on that football. AI, let's go. They were able to knock off Ohio State. All of a sudden, North Carolina is going to be looking frisky this year. Okay, here we go. Pistol again. Offset running back. Okay, little handoff. Gets the edge. Nice run. There we go. Okay, this UNC offense looking nice first 2 plays. Okay, here we go again. Pistol. Really liking this pistol look. Handoff right up the middle. Nice run. I want to see some AI get to the edge of the defense zone and start putting in work. Okay, shotgun. Spread set. Little pump fake, throws a little out route. This UNC offense is nice with it right now. 3rd and 2. No huge plays, but just moving it very efficiently. Okay, pistol again. 3rd and 2. Obviously a huge down. Gonna hand it off. Get right downhill. Let's go. Okay, once again, I said not gonna do this a ton, but I want to see a little AI on the edge. So I'm actually going to control this one. We're just going to run a little read option. See if I can get on the edge with AI and just show off his speed. We're going to read that edge defender there. He's going to crash. We're going to pull. Oh, I almost got to the edge. AI couldn't quite get there. Okay. There's a nice little close-up shot. Iverson tried to turn the corner on him. We had the read too. Okay, little offset gun look here. Play action. Nice little pop pass over the middle. Back down to 3rd and 1. So this North Carolina, no big plays like I said, but they are being very efficient, just moving the ball, positive yards each time. Another pistol look here, motion the tight end across the formation. Okay, little handoff, and Ohio State finally makes the play. That's going to put us at 4th and 2. Oh, they actually got stuffed. They went for it on 4th down. Okay, we're going to go through this quarter now, and we'll just see where we're at. Okay, all of a sudden, I just simmed, and North Carolina scores 2 touchdowns. So we're going to sim through this quarter. Okay, 14 all, 133 left in the half. Now we're going to watch some of this, so see what happens. So Ohio State answered with 2 of their own. Oh my gosh. No one around. He just pulls out a hurdle. Wild child. Okay, yeah. So North Carolina is definitely a running team. They've ran for 100 yards already. It's not even halftime. So, again, it's obviously a very good front at Ohio State, I'm assuming. Okay, AI trips to the bottom of the screen here. Another handoff right up the middle. 3rd and 4. Okay, once again, I'm going to control this one. I just want to try to get AI on the edge here. I'm going to do the F lead read option. I'm going to read this end man on the line of scrimmage here. He's going to crash. We're going to pull. We're going to get out with Allen Iverson, the freak. This generation's Michael Vick. Let's go. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're going to go to the end of the quarter here. 21 all. So we got an absolute barn burner here. We're going to go to the end of the 3rd. Okay, so Carolina was kind of struggling there. They're down 11 now, and Ohio State is driving. We got LeBron at the bottom of the screen here. 3rd and 7. Hop in here. Check this out. Go to LeBron. No, they're going screen pass to the running back, and the linebacker, the end, is able to track him down. So that's going to kick a field goal, put them up back 14 if they make it, though. Oh, they went for that. It was incomplete. Okay, the Tar Heels have some life. 3rd and 16. Not a great down for North Carolina here. Let's see if AI's got some magic in his right arm. Okay, drops back. Plenty of time. Plenty of time. Steps up. Has a dot. 3rd and 16, and AI steps into that and stripes it on that crossing route. Wow, Iverson, let's go. That is what we wanted to see from AI. Okay, you got some life. You're down. You score here. You're down 3. You score a tutty. Okay, little motion. Could have been a little triple. Ooh, the receiver goes up the middle and gets blasted in the hole. Chapman. Okay, here we go. Split back look here. AI and shotgun. Another read option. AI on the edge. Gave a little fake stiff arm in the open. Little Heisman pose on him. AI's coming for your throat. Only 21 yards rushing so far today, but made it count. Did have that rushing TD. Okay, split back look here again. Another triple. Oh, you got to get that pitch off Iverson. Just flip it over him. 2nd and 14. Okay, split back. Oh, nope. Trips to the bottom here. Iverson, little handoff, and he's going down. You have another huge 3rd down here. Good thing here, though, for North Carolina, they can kick a field goal, get it down to a 1-score game. So you don't obviously you want to get the 1st down, but you know, if you don't, as long as you don't take a crazy sack, you're well within field goal range. Okay, Iverson, does he got another crazy 3rd down? He does not. 4th and 10. Like I said, take your field goal, make it a 7-point game. Oh, they went for it and completed it. Wow, that is ballsy. 4th and 10, and they completed. I thought it was going to be a field goal for sure. Okay, 3 minutes left. Do a little handoff, and he's got the end zone there. Pet away. Wow, okay. 2-point conversion. Iverson rushing. It's good. Okay. 2nd and 3. 1st and 10. Oh, they got to stop the run, which, okay, we got 3rd and inches here for North Carolina. 2 minutes left. They do have 3 timeouts, but this is absolutely massive. Obviously. What do you got in your bag here, North Carolina? If you don't stop him here, it's close to being over. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the snap. Oh, what a pull. I thought it was a handoff. I'm like, oh my God, they shot in the backfield. But that is going to do it basically for North Carolina's chances. Sometimes, 9 yards, 5, 4-yard rush. I don't know. They're not chewing the clock, but kneel. So North Carolina hung in there, lost by 3 points. Couldn't really contain the Ohio State quarterback. AI played very well. I don't think he had any turnovers or anything, but Ohio State was just a little bit better on the day. But that was a cool game to see. We didn't see much of LeBron, but we had already seen LeBron in game, and it's hard with the receivers because if they don't throw him the ball, there's nothing we can do. Iverson, 200 yards and a touchdown, 70% completion percentage, 17 yards on the ground and a touchdown. The running back played really well. We go to Ohio State. LeBron, 5 for 52 and a tutty. The QB played really well. Devin Brown, 308 and 4 touchdowns. So that's going to put Ohio State up to 4-0, beating a very good ranked team. We got CAI, like I said. Now we're going to go to A&M Bama. I want to see A&M again. And then at that point, we'll look at kind of the stats and everything and see how everyone's doing as well. Yeah, so this is like week 7 or 8. Bama's 2-0, A&M's 3-0 at this point. So we'll sim to this game. Okay, both undefeated. Bama 2 in the country, A&M 11. This is a matchup. We got Westbrook on one side of the ball. We got Steph and MJ on the other. This could be interesting. Alabama is averaging 52 points a game and 641 yards per game. That's insane. And A&M's really not far off. 47 points per game and 520 yards. MJ's already at 656. Curry's 1700. Oh my goodness. Westbrook's got 520 on the year. Holy cow. So these offenses are just incredible. Okay, we're going to watch this first A&M drive here. We got Curry. We got MJ at the bottom of the screen here. Okay, Curry drops back. Plenty of time. Checks it down. Bama linebacker right there. Okay, 2nd and 10. MJ is going to be in the slot here at the bottom of the screen. Curry and shotgun. Little handoff counter. Decent yardage there. 3rd and 3. Okay, MJ is going to be empty here. MJ's at the top of the screen there. Curry and shotgun, drops back. Goes to the little tight end out route there. 1st down, nice completion. We are in A&M as well. Bama on the road. Okay, MJ at the bottom of your screen here. You can't see him anymore, but that's where he is. Little stretch run here. Able to get the edge, only about 2-3 yards though. Okay, 2nd and 7. I want to control them here. I want to try to get MJ the ball. I'm going to try to go down the seam to Michael Jeffrey Jordan right here. A little 4 verticals action. We're looking for Jordan. I'm probably going to force him the ball. Oh, we got one-on-one. Oh, they brought a heavy pressure. I'm going to try that one more time. I was not expecting a blitz there. Okay, too high here. There was nothing there. Threw it into coverage. Okay, 4th and 7. I kind of screwed A&M. I'm going one more. Screw it. I'm trying to help A&M. Maybe I'm not, but we're going for Verts one more time. Still too high, though. Okay. There was nothing there. Bama totally shut them down. That was ugly. Jeez. Okay, I kind of screwed A&M there. We're going to go through the first quarter. Didn't hurt them. It is 0-0 with the 2 highest scoring teams in the country right now. Then all of a sudden, Bama. Okay, so they scored on like the second last play of the game of the half, but it's 14-7 Bama. Bama gets the football. We're going to go to the 4th. Okay, 4th quarter, 21-10 Bama. They need it here. 2nd 11. Okay, we're going to start watching right here. So yardage, A&M's actually beating them in yardage, but they're stuck 11 here. MJ, or sorry, Curry under center, a little toss here out to the edge. Bama comes down and fills. Okay, I'm going to sim one play, 7 yard. Okay, 3rd and 3 here. Jordan at the top, Curry under center once again. Not really giving us spread looks here. Double tight toss again. Oh, that guard has got to make that block. Ooh. The puller just let the linebacker sprint by him. What are they going to do? They're going to go for it on 4th down here. Okay, MJ at the top. We do got shotgun trips to the field here. Quick screen pass. That is close. I think he just got it, though. He just... Oh, inches. Okay, here we go. Under center. I form. Little handoff. Really trying to run the ball. You only got 4 minutes, and you got to stop this offense, too. Ran 33 times for 129. Hey, MJ at the top of the screen. Once again, going I form. Curry under center. A little triple. Curry keeps it and falls. They give him the 1st down, though. I wasn't very athletic by Curry there, but he does get it. Hey, 4 minutes. You are stuck 11. I form still. Like, are they just going to run the ball? Like, fullback dive? Jeez, you got Steph Curry and Michael Jordan. Can we throw the ball? Finally, a spread look here. Jordan's at the bottom of your screen. Curry and shotgun. Straight drop. Has the post over the middle, and that's a touchdown. Steph slings it. Finally let him throw the ball, and... Oh, is it incomplete? Oh, okay. They were saying he's down at the 1 inch line. Okay. Well, this makes sense to run the ball here. They'll probably pass it then. 3 minutes left. Yep, they're going to pass. Steph, take off. Steph scores. There we go. Okay, so there's the touchdown run for Steph. They're going to be down 4 here with, 3 minutes left. Oh, they try the 2-point conversion. So they're down 5. Okay, let's see. Trey for 11 yards, 1st down, 9 yards. Oh, throwaway, 2nd and 10, 3rd and 10. All of a sudden, Bama's drive stalls. A&M has 3 timeouts. We have Westbrook at the top of the screen, soloed up there. Trey Sanders back. Has pressure and he's going down. Huge play by the A&M defense. Oh my goodness. Now it's 4th and 21. They're going to punt that ball away. Yeah. Okay, we're going to watch. They just got a gain of 16 on 1st down there. Okay, Steph under center. We got MJ at the bottom of the screen. Spread shotgun look here. 1:39 left. 2 timeouts. They have plenty of time, but they need a touchdown. Touchdown wins it. You don't get it, you lose. That is it. I don't know why. Sometimes the clock management, boys, in these sims, like, I don't know what Steph's doing here. Snap the ball, young blood. Okay, here we go. Pulls it. No, he's going down. 2nd and 12. They're going hurry up here. So probably going to still be that spread look with Steph and shotgun. All the receivers look like they got way downfield. Okay, quick snap. Steph's going to pull it and run. He should have... Oh my gosh, he just truck stick for a 1st down. Steph Curry only ran for 22 yards, but he ran for the touchdown. There's a 13-yard rush on 2nd and 12 there. Wow. Now all of a sudden you're on the Alabama side of the 50. Clock's still running, though. You only got 50 seconds, and Steph's going to tuck it and run again and fall forward. Only gained 3. They're using a lot of time on those runs, though. I would like, you got Michael Jordan. He's 6'6", 99 speed. He's the better version of Randy Moss. Throw it up to him. Let him make a play. He's going deep, over the top, into coverage. Ooh, that was almost picked off. Wasn't to Michael, though. 3rd and 7 now. This obviously is 4-down territory, though. Okay, we got trips to the bottom. Boom. Steph drops back. Plenty of time. Finds a guy. Oh, that is a huge completion. Ken McGee. 1st and 10. Steph held in there. They're going hurry up. They got 1 timeout. MJ at the bottom here. They're just going to snap this. 37 seconds. 36 seconds. Oh my God. Steph just ran into his running back and fell down. I would probably use your timeout here, maybe. Oh no, they're going hurry up. Oh geez. Are they going to spike the football? Oh no, they're spiking it. It's about to be 3rd and 15. Okay. If you got 24 seconds, 3rd and 15. What are you going to do? I would be going to Michael Jeffrey Jordan, but who knows? Okay, empty. MJ at the bottom. Steph in shotgun. Drops back. Plenty of time. Finds a little slant, and that is incomplete. Okay, boys, I'm hopping in once again. We're running 4 verts. It did not work last time, but I'm putting Jordan on the crosser. We're going to Jordan. I don't care the coverage. I don't care what they're doing. It's 4th and 15. Game on the line. You need a completion. You go to Michael Jordan, and he's in. He's in for the touchdown. Wow. I don't care who wins. I wanted to just see MJ make a play. Wow, Steph to MJ. Go to your best players with the game on the line. They're going to go for 2 here. Throwaway. Okay, so 80. Oh, they only got 8 seconds. Yeah. Is there even going to be 2 seconds here? Trey is going to have to throw it up. I mean, I think I wanted to just control it. I wanted to see MJ make a play. Here we go. Trey going over the top. Oh, he kind of had Westbrook, actually. Just didn't really have the arm to get it there. So, A&M upsets Bama with a little help from me. But, hey, it's 4th and 15. I said, no matter what, I'm going to MJ. Steph to MJ. I think it was cool to see. There we go. Look at the stats on the day. Steph, 325 through the air, 2 touchdowns. He had 20 yards on the ground, but also ran for a touchdown. MJ really didn't do much until that last play there. Big play at the end, 83 yards and a touchdown. Okay, there we go. So Bama goes down. A&M is definitely going to move in the top 10 there. We're going to sim through the rest of this week, and then we'll look at the stats, see how everyone's doing so far. Okay, let's look at that. Let's look at the top 25. Oregon undefeated, Ohio State undefeated, Penn State, A&M. So 4 of our teams right there, plus Utah. Crazy. A lot of undefeated still. Bama 6-1. Okay, let's look at the Heisman. Steph leading the Heisman charge. Okay, let's go. Steph Curry. Okay, let's look at the season stats. Bama, Westbrook. Ooh, he's not even the leading receptions. Wow. They're going to Kendrick Law a ton. They're both averaging over 80 a game. So kind of just splitting the work there. But there we go. Not bad. Appalachian State. Doesn't look like our boy De'Aaron has 1 reception, but he's running for 90 yards a game, 5 touchdowns. Go to Georgia. Ant and Ben, by far their 2 leading receivers, 664, both averaging 94, 72 a game, 8 touchdowns, 5 touchdowns. So they're starting to play really well. Georgia Tech, we don't have anymore. LSU, we got Zion, 167, 23 yards a game, just not giving the ball. But then Nate Robb is destroying 150 yards a game, basically 12 touchdowns. But they just are not going to our boy Zion at all. 20 yards a game. He's 6'6", 285 and has like 91 speed. That is tough. Okay, North Carolina. Okay, so 168 ratings, very good. 1,400 yards, 11 touchdowns, no picks, 234 yards a game, plus 349 on the ground, so 58 yards a game. So he's starting to throw more than he runs, but that's fine. Like he's getting his throwing stats up. 16 touchdowns and no turnovers on the year, averaging like 280 yards a game. That is great. Okay, Ohio State. Oh, LeBron. They are just going to Josh Allen instead of LeBron James. 70 yards a game. I'm kind of surprised. I thought we were going to see a huge year from LBJ. That's kind of unfortunate. Wow, these guys are huge. 6'5", 233, 6'9", 260. But, okay, Oklahoma, KD. So Derrick Rose, they basically don't throw the ball to. But KD, by far their number 1 receiver. It doesn't look like they throw very much, but when they do, they're going to KD. Rushing. D-Rose. I thought we were going to see something crazy. 86 yards a game. What are they doing? They're just running with their QB every play. So Dave taking the ball out of D Rose's hands a lot and giving it to KD has 151 yards rushing. I don't know. That is weird. Okay, Oregon, they're basically splitting time both. Look at their yards per carry. So it's too bad he can't get the majority, but he's out 100 yards a game for Big Baby. Crazy. Penn State. 212 rating for Steve Nash, 1,700 yards, 21 touchdowns, no picks. That is crazy. 278 a game. Average, adding some more on the ground too, 30. So he's well over 300 yards a game. no turnovers, absolutely killing it. Texas A&M, this got to be crazy. He's leading the Heisman charge right now for Steph. So Steph, 206 QB rating, 2,300 yards, 26 touchdowns, 1 pick, 292 yards a game. Rushing, he's averaging, oh my goodness, he's adding 51 on the ground, 5 touchdowns. Holy crap. Receiving 835 for Jordan, 20 yards a reception with 9 touchdowns, 100 yards a game. So this dynamic duo is destroying college football right now. USC, Shaq, 207. Just doesn't have the QB play this year. They're not throwing the ball 30 yards a game. That is too bad. Utah, Barnes killing it, 723, 120 yards a game, 13 touchdowns, 500 more than the next closest player. So yeah, they are just going to Matty Barnes every play. Throw it up to your 6'7", 230-pound freak show. Okay, and then last, we're going to end off with Wake Forest. We got, 189 ratings. Great for CP3. 1,700 yards, 20 touchdowns, 2 picks. That's got to be 291 a game. So yeah, he's playing great. 100, not really running the ball much. 5 touchdowns, 27 a game. Wow. Yeah, great season for Chris Paul at Wake. Okay, we're going to sim through the regular season now, go to conference championship, probably go to bowl season, see if we got a good bowl game. Looks like 2 of our teams might make the Natty, so there we go. All right, so it's conference championship weekend. Let's go through the top 25. A&M undefeated, have to be unranked South Carolina to make the Natty. Va Tech, kind of shitty. Hopefully they lose to FSU, because then we could get Utah in there. Yeah, so I guess not really. Bama, Ohio State, Oregon. Okay. So A&M, I want A&M to win just so we get to see Jordan and Curry in the championship. We'll just sim through. We'll see where we're at. Also at the end, guys, I'm going to look at this career stats for each player. We'll just kind of look at each position, see how each guy did. Oh, Steph loses out on the Heisman barely. The guy had 41 total touchdowns. I bet you Steph had like 55. That's tough. Okay. Okay, so it's A&M, UCLA. So we don't got 2 teams in there, but yeah, A&M, UCLA, Bama, Virginia Tech, Ohio State. We basically got to see almost everyone play once already too. Georgia, North Carolina. Ooh, that's kind of tempting. But I think we're just going to do the Natty. Just watch A&M, see if they can get it done. Okay, so they're second in points per game. You know, UCLA's not bad at 38 points per game, though. Steph, yeah, 51 total touchdowns. The other guy had 41. So, yeah, if he gets 3 or 4 today, yeah, he's going to be right near 55. So, okay, I simmed through one play, but we're going to watch this first A&M drive. National championship on the line. Steph and MJ. Motion this guy across. Oh, we had a guy right in his face, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and 14. Okay, here we go. Trips Jordan to the bottom here. Okay, Steph drops back, sets up, fires it underneath, but he's going to be about a yard short. Okay, I'm going to sim through this quarter. Okay, 3-0 UCLA. We're going to go to halftime here. Okay, 10-9. We got a very close game. We're going to go 4th quarter. Okay, we got A&M on the goal line here. They are down 5 in the 3rd quarter here. Let's see what they can do. A little triple option. Steph gets blasted. Oh, I accidentally simmed one play, but there we go. Curry to Michael. 5-yard touchdown. They're going to be up 2 or 3 here. Okay, Steph driving here. Ooh, incomplete. We got a big 3rd and 10. We'll check this out. See if Steph's able to complete it. They are up 3 here. 6:25 left. Hey, Steph, straight drop. Plenty of time. Oh, he runs into the defensive end trying to throw on the run, and they're going to punt that football. Steph's thrown 2 picks. Okay, punt. Ooh, but this UCLA offense looks like they got nothing going. 5 yards. 3rd and 2 in field goal range, but if UCLA stops them here, it's still a 1-possession game. If they can hold them to a field goal, probably going to run it here. Oh, straight drop. You have MJ over the middle and the other guy as well. I'm not going to say that's going to do it, but yeah, A&M's going to be in a good spot here. 6-yard rush, 7-yard rush, 1st and goal. Touchdown, Steph Curry, 3-yard run. So that's basically going to do it. Go next, change of possession. We'll see. UCLA finally able to put a drive together, but only kick a field goal. 2nd and 4, 1st and 10, 2nd and 12, 3rd and 9. So there's 48 seconds left. UCLA has no timeouts. Oh, they're just going to kneel. Okay, they're going to kneel. And there's going to be about 1 second left on the clock when they punt it. That is going to do it, guys. A&M is going to win the national championship in the final season of this sim. So Michael Jordan and Steph Curry. Steph Curry started at North Carolina, transferred over to A&M. He was behind Allen Iverson to play with Michael Jordan, and they get it done in their 4th year. Win the Natty. Steph should have won the Heisman. Really good year. I think they're our only team over the 4 years to win it all. Maybe, I can't remember now. I usually record these videos over like a week by the time I get them done, so I can't even remember. But yeah, there we go. I'd say Curry was really good, but he only played 2 years. Derrick Rose, other than so MJ didn't really even have that great of a day. Yeah, we'll look at the final stats to see who kind of was the best. I think Steve Nash might have been low-key the best player in the whole sim, though. Like, as far as being consistent through all the years as well. Okay, we're going to advance through this week. Then we're going to look at the final stats, All-American, stuff like that. Final career stats as well for each of the players. And then we're also going to just sim through to the offseason, see which round they all get drafted in. It doesn't really matter, but kind of interesting to see. And then that'll wrap it up. Let me know, guys, if there's anything like this you'd like to see in the future, any kind of different scenarios, different type of recruiting classes you would like to see kind of similar to this NBA one. Okay, look at All-Americans. Steph, first team All-American. Matt Barnes, first team All-American. So we got 2 this year. Second team, nothing. Okay, we're quickly looking for the season stats for this year, then through their career stats. So, Bama, Westbrook, 1,100 yards, 14 touchdowns. So he had 1,000 yards his last 2 years, but he had over 800 yards 4 years in a row. So didn't have those huge explosion years, but consistently performed very well. De'Aaron, 1,100 yards this year, really only got to play his last 2 years after transferring to Appalachian State. Georgia, we had Ant and Big Ben. So yeah, Ant played every year as well, 1,000 yards his last 2 years. Ben had a really nice year this year. 10 touchdowns, 900 yards as a tight end. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, LSU, Zion. Like, he had a really good sophomore year, but every other year was just, they don't throw the ball enough. Where Nate Robb did nothing his freshman year, but his last 3 years, he was incredible. 18 touchdowns this year as well, 134 yards a game. Little Nate Robinson. Okay, North Carolina, 178 rating, 31 touchdowns, 4 picks, 240 a game. That is all good for AI. 771 on the ground. So he had a crazy sophomore year running. Yeah, sophomore year he ran for almost 1,200 yards. Crazy. Slowly kind of petered off and started to be better as a passer, and looks like they just kind of used him in that way, which makes sense. Ohio State, LeBron, oh man, just kind of disappointing career. Never broke 1,000 yards. They just did not throw him the ball enough. Crazy. Okay, OU, KD, really nice senior year. He was consistent. They just didn't throw a ball a ton this, at OU, but when they did, he was their #1 target. D Rose, his first 3 years were incredible. It looks like they got a running QB this year and just kind of switched their offense. Kind of weird. D Rose was really, really good over the whole time though. Oregon, look how consistent he was. 13, 14, 1,000. Crazy for Big Baby. Very consistent. Okay, Penn State. Steve added 500 on the ground this year, 38 a game. So he was kind of dangerous on the ground. 188 QB rating, 3,400 yards, 38 touchdowns, 0 picks. 0 picks. He had 3 picks over his final 2 years combined. Yeah, he was so good. We're going to go to A&M, national champions. Steph, 199 QB rating, 4,100 yards, 46 touchdowns, 5 picks. Ran for 700 yards, almost another 50 a game with 8 touchdowns. So Steph, I think, should have won the Heisman. He was incredible this year. MJ, almost 1,400 yards receiving, 95 a game with 15 touchdowns. He was great. SC, doesn't look like they really used Shaq this year. Yeah, 363. Yeah, he last year was his best year. They just didn't throw him the ball enough. Utah. Oh, Barnes kind of slowed down. He was absolutely killing it. He had 21 touchdowns, which is crazy. So they just got in the red zone and threw it up to him. I would have thought he had a little bit more yardage, but hey, we'll take it. Good final season. And lastly, Wake Forest, who I just shot over again. 191 ratings, very good. 47 passing touchdowns for Chris Paul. Wow, he added 349, and so he had over 50 touchdowns as well. Yeah, wow. So CP3 was great this last year. His junior year wasn't that good, but every other year he played unreal for Wake. Okay, now we're just going to quickly look at career stats. Here we'll just go to all players. We'll just go by yards. So Steve Nash had the most passing yards in the sim, 13,000. Then CP3. Yeah, Curry's going to be kind of way down. Just, yeah, AI and Curry didn't play as much, but yeah. So then total TDs, Steve Nash just beats out Paul. He had less interception as well, more. So Nash was a little bit better than CP3, but CP3 was very good as well. Okay, if we go rushing, D Rose led the sim in rushing. Big Baby 700 behind him. Nate Robb right there as well. Touchdowns. Nate Robb actually beat out D Rose. So there we go. Who had more receiving yards? I'd assume. So yeah, 243, 343. D Rose also played 4 years, right? So he only had 258, 281. But yeah, so I'd say D Rose was definitely the best back, but Nate Robb and Big Baby were both very good as well. Big Baby, I was very impressed with. Receiving, Michael Jordan had the most out of our guys, with Westbrook coming in behind him, Matt Barnes a little bit behind him. So MJ was definitely the best. Westbrook had more touchdowns, and Barnes actually had a ton of touchdowns as well. But yeah, I'd say MJ was the best. What was their yards per catch? So MJ was at 15, Westbrook at 15, Barnes just under 15. So all very similar there. Yeah, I'd say MJ though. And that is basically going to do it, guys. So now last thing I'm going to do quickly is that I'm just going to go see what round each player was drafted in. Oh, we're going to have to go through every player. Yeah, so most of them are going to be like first round picks. And so I'm not going to go through I thought I could sort by results. So that is it, guys. That is going to do it. Now, like I said, if you have any ideas for sims that are kind of cool like this, unique ideas, leave a comment down below. And if you want to check out a full rebuild I did of the 2007 Alabama Crimson Tide with real life recruiting classes where I recruit, sim through, recruit some of the best players in the country, Johnny Manziel, Andrew Luck, Jadavon Clowney, Julio Jones, all these guys, and try to get them to come out to Alabama. And basically the idea is it's called the Nick Saban Challenge. I have to win 6 titles in, I think, 15 years, just like Nick Saban did. So if you want to check that out, click this video right here.